Welcome to the Samwell B12 experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
Newfoundland.
Watching Samwell B experience.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. Here we go again. It's Saturday night, and Saturday night is the best night to get it going. It is the Battle of Ontario, and it is not going to get any better than this. The Leafs, the Senators, they are here to duke it out, and duke it out they will, as these teams both have something to play for tonight. The Senators have been removed from the wild card position, so they're looking to fight and get back in. The Maple Leafs hanging on to that top spot in the Atlantic, but the Florida Panthers are coming right up from behind. So Toronto looking to extend that lead. There's a lot at stake here in this game. We're going to have some fun tonight. So thank you for joining. Thank you for being here as we're going to go through it. B. Disney, what's going on? Dennis, hello there. Matthew, what's shaking? Good to see you. Mr. Buck, hello. Ben, what's up? Lala's Place. John, welcome in. Gordon, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Marshall, hello there. Nick, Beast, what's up? Welcome in. Good to see ya. Let me scroll back. Gordon, I think I got you I got you. M. Shields, what's going on? Welcome in. Jonathan, how's it going? Welcome to the show. Spencer, how's it going? Oh, goodness, Spencer. Oh, goodness. Endgame, what's going on? Richard, good evening, my friend. Welcome in from across the pond, and everybody watching along. Let's jump right into it. Darcy, what's going on? Bradley, hello there. Theo, Sam Eagle, welcome to the show. And here are the lineups for tonight. This is what we're expecting to see based off of morning skate and what's been reported. Bobby McMahon, he's going to be up on that top line with Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner. Of course, Matthew Nyes leaving the game and not returning the other night. Nyes is still out. Bobby Mack slides in to that top spot. So Bobby Mack, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner. We got Max Domi, Pontus Holmberg, and William Nylander on the second line. Of course, JT, Tavares still out. He's week to week. And of course, Pacioretty out as well. So the injuries are racking up. Darcy, we're going to get to that. We are going to get to that. On the third line, we got David Kemp with Steven Lorentz and Nicky Robertson. And oh my goodness, our lineup is hurting. On the fourth line, Ryan Reeves, Fraser Minton, and Jacob Quillen. That's going to be the fourth line. On the D side, we got Jake McCabe and Morgan Riley, Chris Tanev and Ekman Larson, Scott, why did I say Scott? My goodness, Simon Benoit with Philippe Myers. And getting the start tonight is Joseph Woll. Waller gets the start. Matt Murray in as the backup today. Welcome in everybody on the talk. Thank you for joining in. Now, the Leafs did make a move with all the injuries. They have recalled Nikita Gribenkin. So Gribenkin is a healthy scratch tonight, as is Connor Timmins, but I would expect we're going to see Gribenkin back in this lineup. He is very quickly becoming a fan favorite. As they're struggling some Eddie Matthew, it's a shocker. It is a shocker. We're going to talk about the Avs situation. We're going to talk about the big trade. I can't wait to get all your opinions on it. A lot of injuries again for the Maple Leafs. Hakanpää still out, but skating. Yarncroc making progress. Stolarz making progress. I can't speak today. Tavares and Pacioretty still out. Connor Dewar added to that list now of injured players, as is Matthew Nyes. So some disappointment there, but hopefully we'll start getting those healthy bodies back. Herman, how's it going? Welcome into the show. If they can make the plus, that's right, Mr. Buck. As long as they get in, anything can happen. Now, for the Ottawa Senators, Brady Tkachuk, Tim Stützle, and David Perron. A tough first line. The question is, what will happen with Brady T? Will he be on the move? Mad Jack, what's going on? Claude Giroux going to be with Ridley Gregg and Drake Batherson. Of course, Ridley Gregg, Maple Leaf fan favorite, right? Just kidding. Nick Cousins going to be on there with Shane Pinto and Michael Amadio. And we got Highmore with Osterpuck and Adam Gaudette. On the D side for the Sens, it's going to be Sanderson with Zub. We got Thomas Shabbat and Harmonic, and then Clavin with Mentipalo. And getting the start in net, it is not going to be Linus Ullmark. It's going to be Anton Forsberg. So Forsberg getting the start in net for the Senators. Ullmark is out with a back injury. Bernard Docker is out. Noah Gregor is out. Josh Norris is out. And Nick Jensen is out. A lot of teams having this kind of mid-season injury bug. Excuse me. Pardon me. So lots of injuries going around. Both teams going to make it very, very interesting. Now, the last time these two teams played was a little while ago. It's last year, November 12th to be exact. The Ottawa Senators shut out the Maple Leafs 3-0. So the Maple Leafs want to get some revenge on that game. And of course, it's going to be tough with a lot of the injuries that they have going on. So big game. Now, who are the hot hands as of late to watch? Well, for the Senators, Tim Stützle, he only has 2 points in his last 5 games, but he's leading kind of the Sens in points in his last 5 games. He's kind of tied with a few. Josh Norris has got 2 goals in the last 5. Giroux's got 2 assists in the last 5, but the Senators, they've kind of struggled. They're only 5-3-2 over their last 10, and they're coming off losses to Boston and the New York Rangers. That's right, Darcy. Last game of the McDavid suspension today, which I still can't believe what went down in that one. That was absolutely wild. For the Maple Leafs, Mitch Marner, he's got 8 points going in his last 5 games. Matthews, 6 goals in his last 5 games. Matthews has actually been scoring a goal a game. He's been awesome as of late. And of course, 7 of those 8 points for Mitch Marner have been assists. Marner on the leaderboard, this NHL leaderboard for assists. I believe he was in second place. We'll take a look a little bit later on tonight and see if he can hang on to that spot. Joseph Wall having a nifty season, a little bit of a rough start, but he has recovered 17-8-0, a .269 goals against, a .907 save percentage, and he's going to be up against Forsberg, who's a 5-9-1 record, a .292 goals against, and an .889 save percentage. But Forsberg does have 2 shutouts this year, where Waller just has the 1. Hayden, what's going on? Welcome in, Edward. Hello there. Welcome to the show. Senators have a leg up here. They certainly do, Theo. They certainly do. Need to score for a win. That's a great point, Endgame. You got to pass, shoot, score, right? You got to put the puck in the net in order to move forward. And it is going to be a tough task. Wall has been playing excellent hockey as of late, standing on his head, getting the job done. And the Leafs definitely need him to do that again tonight with some key personnel not in the lineup due to injury. JDA, what's going on, brother? You know I'm thinking about you all weekend this weekend, JDA. I hope you're doing all right, my man. Good to see you. Holy moly. All right, the Leafs 6-4-0 over their last 10. And, of course, the last loss came just the other day versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. Oh, I hate saying that. I hate saying that. The Columbus Blue Jackets. We lost big time to the Blue Jackets. Now, it was interesting. After that game, Austin Matthews, if you didn't hear it, Austin Matthews came out and said, "Hey, Leaf fans, the lower bowl is too quiet." Now, we all know this, right? We're all watching hockey. We're watching the games. We're listening along. We know the lower bowl is quiet. It's all businesses, it's corporate. The upper bowl is where most of the fans go, but it's so expensive. A lot of fans can't afford to be there. So it's interesting to have your captain after a loss. It's not like they won, but after a loss where they lost badly, comes out and says, hey, after a big fight, it's supposed to bring energy to the team. We need the building to make some noise. That's pretty bold, and I get where he's coming from, right? Ryan Reeves, we've been wanting to see Reaver fight all year, right? We've been waiting. He didn't fight Rempe. He didn't fight Jack Eye. He tried to a couple of times. Jack Eye said, look at the scoreboard. How did that turn out, Montreal? But finally, he drops the gloves and goes toe-to-toe, and the crowd did not get all hyped up for it. So I get where he's coming from. But Matthews, you got to pick your spots. When people are paying the kind of money they're paying to come down to watch the team play, and you get spanked by the Columbus Blue Jackets, probably not the best game to come out and say, hey, fans, we need more energy. Because the fans are turning around and going, hey, Leafs, why are you going to play some hockey? Where are you going to bring the energy instead of coasting around? So it's been crazy the last couple of days to hear what's been going on in social media and how people have been responding to Matthews' comments. So very, very interesting. We'll see how that story develops. Obviously, Maple Leaf Sports are not going to lower their ticket prices. They're not going to make it more affordable. They're not going to say, okay, corporate people, we're going to put you upstairs and we're going to let the real fans come downstairs, because it's just not how it works. Unfortunately, we've talked about it before. Sports is a business, and this is where the business side of sport comes in. Anyways, we're not going to dredge on Austin Matthews. We want Austin Matthews to put his shot where his mouth is and see if he can put some goals on the board. Hey, Jason, what's going on? But of course, to dictate how this game is going to go, we have to look to the official board to see who is refereeing this game. And it is going to be Brian Puchmara, Pierre Lampert with the penalty call. And then, of course, on the linesman, we got Derek Nason and David Breezewa. And Blue Raz coming in with that subscribe. Blue, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the community. Be like Blue Raz. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe, sub up, and have some fun with us. Terry, what's going on? Welcome in. Steven, welcome in. Hoping Leaf fans win to see some fans chanting downtown Ottawa like they did. You know what, Steven? That's a great call out. I love seeing that. Yeah, you know, if you go to any game, you never know what you're going to get, right? As the fan of the visiting team, you never know if the crowd's going to be rowdy, if they're going to be in your face, someone's going to attack you. You never know. But hey, love seeing the groups of Leaf fans marching down the streets of Montreal, celebrating. Hopefully we get a big win here tonight and we see it again. I love it. If you're going to an out-of-town game, go with a group, have some fun, and be safe. And it's all for a good time. Now, if you are just coming in, if you are just joining us, do us a favor. Hit that thumbs up for us. Hit that like button. We appreciate it. If you're watching on the talk, click that screen and get those likes up everywhere you're watching. We appreciate it. So we can't stream. We're not going to show the actual video, but we'll have the call for you. We do have to abide by copyright restrictions. We don't want to take a risk and get our channel penalized for it. But we do our best, and we will have you covered with all the stats, the goals, the calls. You name it, we got it for you. But Blue Raz, thank you for coming in. Trust me, you're gonna have some fun with us here tonight. And of course, the Battle of Ontario. This is one of my favorite matchups all season long. Back in the day, I used to be a Sens fan, believe it or not. I was always a Leaf fan, but I enjoyed the Senators when it was Alfredson and Spezza and Neal. It was a fun team to watch. It was exciting, and you couldn't say that back in the day. You couldn't tell people, oh, I'm a Sens fan. I enjoy the Sens game. Just like if you're a Leafs fan, you can't say you enjoy the Montreal Canadiens, which, boo, I don't. But the Sens have always kind of had that fun place to watch, and they've always had great rivalries, going back to the Darcy Tucker years with the eyes bulging out of his head. I mean, the Leafs and Sens have had such unbelievable rivalries, such unbelievable matchups, and I hope we get back to that place again. Dallas, what's going on? Welcome in. Beverly, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Avs are no more fun to watch. Yeah, Matthew, it's brutal. And you know what? I have, hey, Morgan, Dave, what's up? I have a lot of Buffalo Sabres fans who have been coming with me with the same thing. They hate watching the Sabres now because they're so bad. All of our teams go through the ups and downs of being a great team, then having to rebuild. And, the Avs, ever since they picked up Georgiev, it kind of started that stretch of disappointment. So I feel you. I feel you. We've been there before, but right now the Leafs are riding a high. The Leafs are turning it around. There's a lot of positive talk out there in Leafs Nation, and it's good to see. We just need the boys in blue to continue pushing and continue showing that they got this and they can do it. Now, how do these two teams match up in terms of some of the extracurricular statistics? On the power play, the Senators 14th in the league, Toronto 15th in the league, so they're side by side on the power play. On the penalty kill, Ottawa is 18th, Toronto is 12th. In the face-off circle, again, very close. Toronto is 5th. Ottawa is in 7th spot. Goals for, Toronto is 11th. Ottawa is 25th. And goals against, Toronto is 13th. Ottawa is 8th. So very, very, very comparable teams. They are super, super close. But it's the Ottawa Senators right now who are looking up at that standings and saying, hey, we need a win. We need to get into that wild card position. So if they can do that, they will make themselves in that race. Right now, there's like 6 or 7 teams all in that race for the wild card spots. We're going to talk about it at intermission. We're going to look at the standings and who's in which spots. Duke, what's going on? Welcome in. That's right. Good evening, hockey fans. Good to see y'all. Wherever you're watching, if you're watching on the Experience, if you're watching on Hockey HQ, if you're watching on the Talk, thank you so much for tuning in. This game is going to be getting going momentarily. So it is going to be an absolute doozy. And I hope we got a lot of rough, tough stuff. I hope we get a lot of bouncing around, some big hits. I hope this rivalry is going to deliver what we expect it to deliver. Now, again, if you are just coming on, hit that thumbs up for us. Get those likes in. Now, and Matthew calling out Josh Allen, please save us. That's a great segue. Thank you, Matthew. We've had a lot of requests over the last week to say, hey, Sam, are you going to be streaming? Are you going to be doing a hangout for the Bills game on Sunday? And the answer is yes. We will be live during the game on Sunday. So I today spent a little bit of time trying to build some of the stuff for it. It does take a long time to get done. So still working on it. Hopefully we'll be done in time for the game tomorrow. But I do have a stream scheduled. It's a 6:30 start time, so we'll be live just before that. But yes, tomorrow for the Bills and the Chiefs, we will be live. So if you're a football fan, come on and hang out with us. Even if you're watching the game, come and hang out and join the conversation. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, now's the point as they are at commercial break before they come in for the anthems. Put your predictions in the chat. Who do you think is going to come out on top in tonight's game? Is it going to be the Leafs? Is it going to be the Senators? What do you think that score is going to be? We'd love to see where you think it's going to go. I personally, I don't want to skew what you're, I'll wait, and then I'll give you my response. I don't want to skew you. I don't want to make you put in one way or the other, but let's see your predictions on who you think is going to win this game. Football. Dallas, nice. That's going, Leafs going to win 4-2, Ottawa 5-4 in overtime. Darcy's going with the OT. And this is certainly a rivalry that Cam Morgan's going 5-3 Leafs. Okay, so you guys putting a lot of points up on the board, a lot of goals up on the board. By the way, the Oilers looks like they just won 3-2 over Buffalo. Davey boy, what's going on? 3-2 Leafs. Morgan's going 5-3. Interesting. Jonathan's going 4-3. My goodness, now I kind of feel ashamed with my prediction. All right, I hate to say it, Leaf fans, and I hope I'm going to eat some crow. RK, what's going on? You're getting my best smack tonight. RK, bring it. But I have to tell you, and I hate to say it, and I feel bad saying it, Leaf fans, I think the Ottawa Senators are going to take this one tonight. I'm kind of thinking 3-2 is going to be that score. It's going to be a close one, but I just have this feeling with the injuries the Leaf has, our depth is not very good tonight, and I think we're going to be moving lines, juggling lines. I think we're going to be struggling, so I think it's going to be 3-2 Senators tonight. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Ed's going 2-1 Sens. Ben 4-3 Sens. All right, so A lot of predictions all over the place, but yeah, I hate to say it. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Choosy Mike's is now open. Oh, Jonathan, yes, please. I have not had a chance to get there yet and try it out, but I've heard they are fantastic. I heard they do not skimp out on any of the toppings. They load you up, and I heard the ingredients are very fresh. So that is awesome. If you get a chance, check it out for sure. All right. We're getting ready. The lights are down, so it means the anthems are going to be coming up here momentarily. We'll switch over to the screen in just a moment. Banking, what's going on? Welcome in. We can always be hopeful for a win. I hope so. I hope they're going to really, really give it all they can. They do have a couple of days off before their next game, so Toronto will have room to wait. All right, let's switch over as they're getting ready here in the nation's capital. Let's get set. Oh, Canada has to get it going. So if you are able, please rise and remove your caps as we tune in.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your
We're
hats as Lyndon Sewage
stand.
performs Oh Canada. Tonight's colors are presented by the RCMP. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever, retirez chapeau et casquette pour l'interprétation de l'hymne national par Lyndon Sewage.
Here we go.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, deep patron love in all of us command, quand embrasse porter les pays, il sait porter la croix. Dans le soir est une épopée, n'éblis brillant s'explode. Your keep our land, glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
All right, good job, good job. They did an excellent job. Get excited for a few. Neilster, that's funny. That's the way it's been. That's the way it's been. Hopefully not the way it's going to be anymore. The lights are on. It's time to play some hockey. Time to get it going. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay, I'm set. Lights are up. Let's go get the puck going, get it dropped. Now, hopefully our widget that shows the puck movement will actually work today. It's been they've been having some issues the last couple of games, so hopefully that's all fixed up. We'll get everything set and ready to go. And of course, you know the drill. You know all the widgets, everything that's going on. Time to play some hockey. Forsberg looking to shut the door for the Senators. And Bobby McMahon getting that promotion to the top line. Let's see what he can do. Bobby McMahon has a good shot. Aaron, what's going on? Bobby McMahon getting to play with some top-notch stars is going to be huge. All right, the widgets are up and running. The puck movement one just down over here is a little advanced because there is a natural delay on the TV, which we're calling the game from. Oh, yes, red light player of the game. Because he's on that top line, Bobby McMahon is going to be our red light player of the game. If Bobby McMahon scores, we light the lamp. And here we go off the draw. This coming in, dumping it in the Leaf zone. Benoit back to pick this one up. Benoit going to cycle around. It's cut off there by Nick Cousins. Cousins circling it around to the line, and Artem Zub is going to keep this one in. Down around, here's a quick shot, and Wall going to stop that and put it back in the corner. Toronto going to come around near side. Sens going to hold this one in, right back along the half board. Sens doing a nice job in here. Ekman Larson going to pick up the loose puck. He's going to flip it back to Benoit, but Benoit was going the opposite direction. He's got to turn it around and come pick it up. Here comes Benny. Benny on the move. Kachuk watching him. He's going to give it away. Here comes the Sens through the slot. Going to put it right back in the corner as Perron is going to chase this one down. Sens really pushing hard in the first minute of this game here. Benoit flipping around. Tkachuk can't get the puck out. Ottawa goes around far side now. They're going to keep this one in, working it through, putting it into the slot with a shot. That one goes just wide. Picked up here by Max Domi. Domi going to stop. He's going to work it to Benoit. Benoit's exhausted, though. Kid has to get off the ice. Picked up here by Big Willie Styles. Nylander bringing it in. Tries to thread the needle with a cross-ice pass. That's intercepted. Coming back the other way is Perron, and he's going to roll this one down. Toronto back in their own end. Puck over to Morgan Riley, who's going to carry it up. He's going to dump this one in. Sens going to recover in their own zone. Superstar wannabe Ridley Gregg. He misses it. Marner going to pick it up. Mitch Marner in here. He's going to turn around, sending it towards the net. That goes just wide. We are going to pick on Ridley Gregg all day. Just like to call that out now. Pass from Marner to Ekman-Larsson. Angle isn't there. It's going to come out. Ek has to go back and pick it up. Toronto going to work it far side of the ice. This one is tipped in. Matthews coming in here after it. He goes for a little stick lift. He's trying to work it over here, trying to pick this one up against Munbalo. Can't do it. Digging this in the corner. It's going to squirt out. And again, it goes back to the other side. Bobby Mack doesn't get it. This is going to be flipped out. Monopolo sending it down the ice. No icing call. Tanev is there. Going to bank it off the boards. And Joseph Wall getting tripped up there as the Senator player came right past him. Banking it off the boards. Again, can't pick it up. Leafs not doing a good job on their cross-ice passes. Walking in. Myers trying to cut it off. David Kemp is there. He's down on one knee. Myers trying to play it around. Sens doing such a great job right now. Here's a quick shot. That's going just wide. Senators, all the pressure in the first couple minutes here. Benoit back on the ice. Robertson on the half boards. Puck is going to find him. He turns it over. Bouncing it around. Senators still with this one. Leafs can't clear. Here's a shot deflected. That one goes wide. Down in the corner. Sanderson going to pick this one up. He comes across. Zoop with a shot, and that's going to be blocked by Nick Robertson. Down around behind the net. Gaudette can't pick it up. Sens still working it. Stützle plays it to the line, and Lorentz is going to get that. He finally clears it out. Ottawa coming right back in. They're going to bring it in. Tkachuk driving towards the net. Pass doesn't come. Leafs going to clear back to the red line. Bobby McMahon getting a stick on there. He's trying to work against Clavin. Can't steal. Now they do at their own blue line. And here comes Bobby Mack. Little toe drag and a shot right on with a nice save. McMahon with the rebound. Going to play it over to Marner. Bump back to McMahon. He misses it. Ekman-Larsson to Marner behind the net. Marner out front. Here's a shot. Bobby McMahon. He scores! Bobby McMahon, the player of the game. There it is. Bobby McMahon, our red light player of the game. Puts it in, lights the lamp. We called that one. Heidi ho, let's go. Bobby Mack lighting the lamp. Ooh, yeah. That was huge. That's the start that we were looking for. Nice little feed out. Leo, what's going on? Thank you, Leo. I am feeling so much better. I do appreciate it. Bobby Mack puts it in. If you're a channel member, drop those Leaf logos in there. His 14th of the season. By the way, if you're just coming in, smash that thumbs up. Hit that like for the Leafs. Coming in front, Ottawa. Jam play. Wall is down. Pat up against the post. And Quinlan on the ice here. His first NHL shift for the Leafs. And we got a penalty coming up. Delayed penalty. It will be on Toronto. Ottawa coming around. Back to Stützle. Stützle. He pulls up. Going to drop this off. Crisscross. Stützle goes back to the point. He gets the puck. He looks. Goes far side with a shot. That one goes way wide. It's a 6-on-5 situation as it's a delayed penalty. Going in the corner. Toronto can't touch it up. Ottawa gets it back to the point. Putting this one across. Now Toronto does deflect it. The referee doesn't blow the whistle. Now it's touched up, and the whistle will come. Len, what's going on? Welcome in. So a good job there by the Senators driving in. Adam Gaudette coming very, very close. Wayne, what's going on? Good evening. So McCabe is going to be the guilty party. He's going to go to the box for tripping. 2 minutes on the board. McCabe is still kind of looking around going, really? Me? What did I do? So McCabe is going to the box. The Leafs, the first penalty kill of the day. Let's see how they can get this one going. Off the draw, comes back to the line. Sens going to hold it in. Off the boards. Sens setting it up. Here's a first shot. Wall is down. Squeaking behind him. Comes around. Toronto's able to clear. Ooh, that was close. The Leafs clear this one all the way down the ice. Power play in the last 7 games for the Sens. 1 for 19. Not very good. Here come the Sens. Batherson going to bring this one up through the middle of the ice. Dropping it off. Banking it off the boards to the point. Taking a look behind the back pass. Comes across to Giroux. He plays it to Sanderson. Back to Giroux with a shot going upstairs, and Wall had to jump up with his chest and get a piece of that one. Oh, I thought that was a sure goal. Waller using that chest. Back to the line, Giroux. Behind the back. Here's Sanderson. He doesn't shoot. He works it over. Far side. Stützle with a shot that goes wide. Wall is down. He's pushing across. No second attempt. Sens throwing it across. That's going to be missed, and it's going to come out of the Leafs zone. Leafs quickly switch up and get some fresh legs on. Travis, what's going on? Bobby McMahon, he got your goal. Bobby Mack got the first Leaf goal. And can I actually...
Well, I hit Shabbat's stick, but I thought so as well. I thought it might have hit a glove or something at the bench. Instead, here, Ottawa coming all the way, trying to get the setup again. Pinto charging back in. Myers is there. Cadet along the boards, and Ekman Larson.
There it is.
Onto a loose puck.
This coming around. Sorry about that. I was trying to find something. Leafs going to clear this one all the way down the ice. McMahon, his 14th of the year, which is awesome, from Marner. This coming around, down. Good job, Leafs. Leafs doing everything they need to do. Power play has expired, so we're back at even strength. This at the red line. Toronto going to back it up. Over across with possession. Benoit with, I feel like Benoit has played the entire 7 minutes of this first period. Domi going to throw it across ice. Nylander slashing through to try and get in. He can't do it. Sanderson for the Senators going to move it the other way. Going to bring this one over the line. Dumping this one down in the corner. Picking it up and digging. Comes over to Morgan Riley. Riley flipping this one up. And it's going to be waved off. No icing call. Forsberg comes out to play it. The Senators regrouping in their own zone as both teams make changes. Fraser Minton was coming in and he pulls back. Intercepted by Ryan Reeves. Reaver getting it up to Minton. Minton going around one, trying to get in there. Can't. Reeves, he's going to feed it back to the point. Cross ice pass is blocked. Ottawa with a breakaway. Ottawa moving, coming in all alone with a shot. Wall making a nice save. And Toronto did a good job. A little bit of hacking and whacking going on, but no penalty taken. Look out, a knee on knee right outside the Ottawa zone. Dangerous play. Quinlan is hurt. Quinlan cannot get up. Nick Cousins is hurt as well. Cousins and Quinlan both hurt now. Reeves is going after Cousins. Quinlan, the trainer, has to come up and help Quinlan off the ice. You do not like to see this. His very first NHL game, and Quinlan takes a knee. Now, I don't think this was intentional. People will say it's Nick Cousins. He was going for the injury. But I think it was two players coming across where the legs just kind of got left out there. I do not believe, at least in full speed, that this was intentional. I do want to see a replay here. You never like to see a knee-on-knee incident. And especially when Nick Cousins is involved, he's known for being a little feisty, shall we say. But Nick Cousins still down on the ice on all fours. Berube is kind of pointing around. Oh, Jesus, he can't even stand. Nick Cousins cannot even stand. The trainer is waving over. He needs help. Quinlan is okay. Quinlan is skating around. Quinlan had the puck. Quinlan pulled a Patrick Laine and left his leg out there dangling. I don't think Nick Cousins came to hit him intentionally from the angle that Cousins came, because Cousins almost came from around the side. So I think this is inadvertent. This was not intentional by any means, but oh, good golly, Miss Molly. That is, you do not like to see this collision. I mean, Nick Cousins definitely looks like he got the worst of it. But I feel for both of those players. If you've never played the game before, it's hard to explain what it feels like, a knee-on-knee collision. I mean, yes, you have pads there, but it doesn't matter, right? You're bending your leg at a completely unnatural position. So that was horrible. We'll break down this play as soon as I see a shareable version here. We'll pull this up and we'll break it down. But this very, very unfortunate situation. And again, we know it's Nick Cousins. A lot of people are not a fan of Nick Cousins. A lot of people will say he tried to get him. It's his first NHL game. He tried to smoke him to welcome him to the NHL. I don't think that's what this is at all. You could see he goes to hit him and then he changes. Can I bring this up right now? Will this mess up anything? You know what? Let's go to preview mode. We're going to try and bring this up here real quick. Bear with me. I'm going to go into preview mode and see if I can make this adjustment here real quickly. Sometimes it's not so easy to do here on the fly, but my goodness, Quinlan coming in, gets the rookie lap, and then takes a vicious knee. All right, hang on with me. I almost have the set, but I think the play is going to come back. So we'll look at this at the next stoppage. So we got that set up. All right, so we will look at that at the next stoppage in play. Holy moly, scary moment. We'll have to see if Nick Cousins is okay. Hey, Lori, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome to the show. Here's Bobby McMahon. He's going to play this up to Tanev. Tanev circling around. Quinlan, by the way, was the 2023 NCAA Tournament MVP. So he definitely has some hockey skills. Onyx, what's going on? Welcome in. Oh, he may need a nurse. He may need a nurse after that one. That was a vicious hit. And again, good. I'm happy Quinlan is okay. You know, it could be adrenaline right now as well that's driving him through this. I'm sure they'll give it a look at intermission, and hopefully nothing else flares up for it. But yeah, I also worry about Nick Cousins because it didn't look like he could stand up at all after that hit. Face off just outside the Toronto Maple Leafs zone, right in front of their bench actually. Stützle in against Holmberg. Off the draw, Stützle going to win this one back. It's going to be Chabot. He's going to work this one across Senators, right back down into the Leaf zone. Big battle with Holmberg and Tkachuk going on there. Holmberg was able to shake him off with the Senators, bring it right back in. Domi going to slash at this one. It's going to come out. Here's Nylander with a race. Nylander breaking in a backhand, and it's down. And a nice little save here by Forsberg as he bobbled it. And that one didn't quite go in. Oh, Wayne. Ouch. RK. A nice backhand. Nylander backhand glove side. And we got a scruff going on right now. Tkachuk's bucket is off on the ice. Looks like McCabe has Perron tied up. Brady was going at Max Domi. No love lost between those two. So Tkachuk and Domi having some words. Not sure what started that after a nice little backhand flip. So Holmberg came towards the net. Nothing came of it. Everybody skated away after the whistle, and then Brady comes right back at Holmberg, who battled it down the other side of the ice. And then Domi comes in with a little cross check in a headlock on Brady, and that's what draws everybody in as a crowd. So looks like Brady's going to go to the box for two. Domi's, I assume, the other one going for two, and we're going to get a 4-on-4. 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, so we got a roughing and a cross check. 11:16 to go here in the first period, and as we expected, some emotions running a little high. That's okay. That's exactly what we want. That's what we expect in this series. Off the draw, Toronto going to win it back. They get first puck of the 4-on-4. Riley with it, crisscrosses with Nylander. Riley, bad decision, drops that one out of the zone. Nylander back, giving it to Riley. He's being watched by Pinto. Back to Nylander. Nylander running wide. He's going to bring this one out now. He cuts up the middle. Coming across to the net. Riley scoots around behind the net. Holmberg has it taken away from him, and here comes a 2-on-1 Ottawa. Good thing Riley's playing defense. Ottawa across. Down in the splits. Wall with a huge save. Puck is loose. And this one is going to be cleared. Toronto throwing it down the ice. William Nylander has an edge. Here's a shot, and he shoots it wide. My goodness. Wayne, it was Bobby McMahon. Bobby Mack got the first goal. Charlie, how's it going? Charlie, I just say it when I feel. That's just my gut. And here we got a penalty coming up as Ekman Larson going to touch up the puck. So the Leafs going to go to the box. So emotions are still rising up. Holy smokes. We still have to review that big hit that happened moments ago as Quinlan was coming in and Nick Cousins came across in a vicious knee-on-knee collision. And this is a slew foot here. Holmberg getting the slew foot out. You can't do that. You can't do that, homie. So it's going to be a 4-on-3 for 1 minute, 7 seconds. Rhino, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Hope you are doing well. Hope the fam is doing well. Off the draw, putting this back to the line. Sens are 0 for 1 tonight on the power play. Cross ice, bumping it back. Lots of ice out there. Sens collapsing it, top of the circles with a shot. That one's knocked down. Stützle with the puck. He's going to go cross ice to Giroux. Giroux taking a shot down in front. Nice stop by Wall. And the Leafs going to clear this all the way down. 40 seconds to go with a 4-on-3. Then it'll become a 5-on-4. Living the dream. Absolutely. The best way. The only way, Rhino. Stands up over the line, bringing this one in. Stützle driving. Tanev going to force him around. McCabe is there, but he throws it to line to Batherson. Back up to Stützle. Back to the D. Stützle at the faceoff dot. Sanderson. Sanderson's shot. It's blocked. Comes to Stützle. Back to Sanderson. No stick for Kempf. They come back door. They don't shoot. Back to Sanderson. He goes Stützle with a shot, and that one is blocked. 7 seconds left of the 4-on-3. Stützle to Sanderson to Stützle. He shoots off the post. No, he scores. The Senators put this one in. A great display of passing, making the Leafs work with all that open ice in a 4-on-3 situation. And they make no mistake. The Leafs had a couple of blocks. Wall was there, but this was a picture-perfect shot. Up over the shoulder, top corner, far side. I mean, Stützle, what a shot. He had a couple chances. It actually went in near side as Wall was coming across. Near side past the arm, but hits the far side of the net. Oof. What a shot by Stützle. Wow, so we are all tied up at once. Wow. That was surprising. Didn't see that happening so quick. That's going to be his 16th. It's from Sanderson. Back to the line. Ottawa on the move. We're back at 5-on-5, even strength now. Hey, Gator, what's going on? Those hooligans. Lisa, what's up? I am fantastic, thank you. Hope you are doing well. Just coming back through. Let's adjust this, fix that up. There we go. Leafs back in the Senators zone with possession. Flipping it to Ekman Larson. He's going to shoot. That's going to be knocked down. Here's Reeves. Back to the line. Here's another shot. That one's knocked down. Reeves in front. Quinlan back on here. Good to see him here in skating. Quinlan battling for it. Senators going to move it out of their own zone. They're going to work this one. And there's Tkachuk. There's some pushing and shoving again. Are they going to drop him? Ryan Reeves and Brady Tkachuk are all over each other. They got fists in each other's. Brady's just trying to get off the ice. Reeves is shoving him through the bench. and then pulling him back and shoving him back in. Refs letting it all go. Domi leaves his feet with a hit behind, and there's going to be a whistle. So Domi leaves his feet to throw a hit there. Lucky he doesn't get a call. So they're going to go to a commercial break as Ryan Reeves and Brady Tkachuk mixing it up. All right, let's take a moment and look at what went down a little bit ago. That gnarly kind of knee-on-knee collision. I mean, you can see here's Quinlan with the puck. He's coming across, and look where Nick Cousins from. Cousins comes from behind him almost, and he cuts in front, and you'll watch as Nick Cousins right here, he braces for the hit. He realizes, I can't get him. He tries to change, and then just the legs. Quinlan's got that leg way out there, and right there, boom, they just collide, and you can see Nick Cousins kind of gets the worse for wear. So pretty gnarly little hit here. Very, very dangerous play, and Nick Cousins definitely got the worst shot of that. So very, very unfortunate. Quinlan has returned. He is back, and he's doing okay. I've not heard an update on the Ottawa Senator player, so hopefully he's all right. When you were calling the play, I always think Sanderson and or from oh my goodness, that's funny, Travis. That is very funny. That's right, Rhino. Let's hit those likes. If you are just coming in, smash those likes for us. It helps us out so much, and we really do appreciate it. Boy, this has not been a game we did not expect, meaning we knew this was going to be full of hard hits. We knew they were going to be bashing it around. We knew a lot of these plays were going to be the way they were because it's the Battle of Ontario, and neither of these teams wants to lose. Well, Bobby Mack scores for Toronto. Stutzla scores for Ottawa. Who is going to be next? Who is going to strike next? Thanks for watching along. If you're not already subscribed, kindly hit that subscribe button as well. And hit that share. Help us continue to grow. Domi with it in the corner. Down low to Holmberg. Holmberg trying to bring it in front. Domi getting pushed out of the way. Holmberg back to the line to Nylander. He's going to throw it to Riley. Riley, he's going to take a shot. Looking for a deflection. It's down in front. Domi couldn't get there. Onyx calling Domi to score. We got Matthews. Derek Sanders, the first NHL hippie. Wayne, that's funny. Here's a shot right on, and Forsberg going to grab and hang on. Nice work by this line, though, as Domi and Holmberg moving up to the second line. I keep thinking it's the third line out there, but they are playing on the second line with the injuries to Tavares and Pacioretty. So a new look second line, but boy, oh boy, they're playing a role not so much in getting scoring opportunities, but they're driving the physicality, and they're trying to get under the skin, the Ottawa Senators. Casey, what's going on? Brady running away is probably one of the funniest things I've seen. Yeah, he's not usually like that. Matthews saying Matthews is going to score next. Matthew for Matthews. This coming around off the board. Senators with it. Sens going to pull this through. Matthews needs to continue his goal-scoring streak. We hope it will. Here's David Camp. He's going to try and get around Perron. Here comes Benoit. Left the puck, went for the hit. Senators with a chance to put it back in. Leafs now going to go off the boards, bringing it down, tipped out into the Sens zone. Taking a look. Rhino Dallas thinks he's going to have about 78,000 goals. Here comes Toronto. Again, Tanev going to bring it out of the Leaf zone. Doesn't get far. Right back in. Ottawa cutting through the middle. A couple stick lifts. The Leafs able to get it and put it in the corner. Back to the line. Zuby's going to keep it in. Big rebound for Amadio. His shot gets blocked. Sanderson again. Little backwards crossover. Shot deflected in the middle. Ekman Larson racing to pick this one up. And he does. And he's going to send it out to the neutral zone. And the Leafs going to turn it over. Ottawa coming right back. But an errant pass is going to deflect into the Leaf zone. And it's going to be an icing call. And Joseph Wall was careful there not to let it hit his stick as he had his stick out. So this is coming all the way back. So there you go. Nick Cousins out with a lower body injury, so I assume that means he is not going to be returning. Again, don't like to see that. Cousins is a big impact player for this team, and it's very, very unfortunate. Hopefully he is okay. Knee on knees can be very scary. Here comes Domi after Sanderson in the corner. He's going to lay a shoulder on him. Holmberg going to pass it up. Nylander has it taken off his stick. Here comes Ottawa right back the other way. Going to flip this. Amadio down into the corner. Toronto, McCabe. He's going to rip it around the boards. A long cross-ice pass. That's going to hop away from Domi. He turns around and peels off as Nylander is going to hustle in on the forecheck. Ottawa, a couple passes, going to work this one up. Back down in the Leaf zone. Wall going to stop it up here for Myers. Myers off the boards, past Benoit. Benoit got a hustle. One hand, he's going to flip this out of the zone. Toronto kind of stuck in this neutral zone. Now here's big Ryan Reeves. He's going for it. And the Sens going to bring it right back. Benoit. Near side off the boards, and it's going to be deflected down in the corner. Here comes Fraser Minton in on the forecheck. He lays a little bit of a hit. Quinlan in there with a hit as well. Toronto, though, can't regain possession. Sens going to carry it into the Leaf zone. Ridley Gregg, he's going to take a big bump, and I don't mind that one at all. Sens in their own zone, going to move around Quinlan. Here comes Ottawa. Putting it off the boards down to the Leaf zone. Toronto going to knock it down. Lorentz can't find it. He's down on his feet. Tanev picks it up. He's going to work. Long pass up to Lorentz. Lorentz hustling. Lorentz is chugging. Here's a shot and a nice save. Lorentz on a follow-through takes a whack. And Forsberg's helmet is going to come off as he took that one. Beverly says, let's get a wave going. Let's do it. Let's get those wave emojis as they're going to commercial break. All you got to do is drop those hands up. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Hey, put those faces, put those hand emojis in the chat. Get the wave rolling around our virtual stadium. Let's go. And again, if you are just coming in, smash that like for us as you're doing the wave. Hey, love the wave. What's going on the talk? Welcome in. Thank you all so much for watching along. We haven't been on the talk in a long time, so we figured, hey, we may as well. Dan, what's going on? Welcome. Good to see you getting those hands up. Get those hands up. Hey, even if you're not at home, if you're sitting at a restaurant and you kind of got an earbud in and you're listening along, just put your hands in the air. If you're sitting at the bar having having a pint, put your hands in the air. If you're sitting at home and you're pretending you're sleeping so you don't have to talk to your significant other, put your hands in the air. Dion, what's going on? Welcome in. The virtual wave going around and around. Love it. Love it. And of course, if you missed it earlier, we are going to be live during the Buffalo Bills Kansas City Chief football game tomorrow evening, 6:30 start time, or at least when the broadcast comes on. The game will probably start a little bit after that, but we will be live hanging out. It'll be a little rough, but we'll get it done, and we'll have some fun tomorrow night as we cheer on the Bills and the Chiefs. I'm a Bills guy. If you're a Chiefs person, that's okay. We want you to come and hang out with us as well. Bobby Mack, 2 goals, 5 points in his last 5 games, and he's been playing all kinds of roles, right? He's here on the top line. He's been playing third line. He's been playing second line. Bobby McMahon, the new utility man. I just did the wave, and hubby goes, tell Sam and friends to say hi. Lala, that's awesome. Well, tell hubby, what's up? 4:36 to go in the first period. Let's go. Drop this puck. Peter, what's shaking? Oh, we got goaltender had to go to the bench to get a little adjustment here. Guy, what's going on? Fun time. Welcome in. Go Bills. It's going to be a good game tomorrow. I'm excited. You know what we won't see during the football game? 2 guys dropping the gloves, which I think we might get today. If this game keeps up the way it is, Bobby McMahon wraps up Zoop and he gets taken down. Bobby Mack loses his stick. And here comes Ottawa. Ottawa trying to fly back up. It's taken away. Matthews tried to flip it back over to Bobby Mack. Couldn't do it. Matthews has been almost non-existent here tonight. Back around, Toronto has been a slow first period team. Ottawa, long pass. That one is almost intercepted. Sens bringing it right back in. Quick shot right on in the wall, standing tall from his knees. He says, please. And he's going to hang on to that one and says, hey, if you want to get past me, you got to try a little harder than that. Joey Wall doing a nice job. Nice, baby. I'm a bit worried about a Leaf win. Peter, it's going to be a tough one tonight. It is going to be a tough one. These guys are going to battle hard. Ottawa's trying to come on big. Wall does have 3 straight wins in a row, looking to make it number 4. 4 minutes left to go in the first period. Off the draw, Leafs going to win it, going to rip this one down the ice. Sens do touch it, so there's no icing call. Nylander chasing, he can't pick it up. Here comes the Sens. Giroux through the neutral zone, going to pass this one up. Turned over Ekman-Larsson to Tanev. Tanev, you forgot the puck. Sens there digging for it. Tanev giving a hard time behind the net to Batherson. This coming around back to the line, cross ice. Here's a blast that goes wide. Far side going off the boards. Giroux tried to go between the legs. Here's a shot from the face-off dot, and again off the shoulder and up and out of play. So the Senators are working this one around well. They got 8 shots right now. Toronto only has 5. And since Christmas break, Joseph Woll has been putting up some good numbers. 2nd in wins, 2nd in point percentage, 3rd in shots against, 3rd in slot shots against. So he's been doing a good job. And of course, without, we won't say his name because I don't want to jinx him getting any setbacks, but without our goaltender who should be our number 1, Joseph Woll has been doing a good job. Off the draw, here's a shot right on, and Wall, another nice save, gonna hang on to it. So Joseph Woll doing just what Joseph Woll needs to do. Joseph Woll doing Joseph Woll things. It's just science. It's just science. All right, face off in the Maple Leaf zone. And I mean, think, we're playing well despite all these injuries. When everybody comes back, boy, oh boy, this team is going to be rocking. Matthews to take this draw against Tkachuk. They're going to win it. They're going to drag this one through. Here's Bobby McMahon. He's going to take a long shot from the blue line, wide of the net, off the boards. It actually hit the side of the net. I think he was hoping that would carry him back out in front for Marner, who was breaking. Sen's going to dump it in. Stützle is in here charging. McCabe has got to turn. McCabe over to Benoit. That one goes just through his legs. Bobby McMahon bringing this one in. Picking it up, back to the line. Stützle has his pocket pick. Bobby Mack with a shot right on and a nice save here. Can't believe the man who snow shoveled today. Oh, Peter, when they plow you in, it's just brutal. Just brutal when you get plowed in. Welcoming everybody again. Thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us. So he is practicing to be named later. Leo, he is practicing, and that's why I'm hesitant, right? Because we know a lot of these guys, when they first come back, they tweak something. But I've heard he's on the ice, he's practicing, and he's looking okay. I haven't seen an exact date yet, but he is looking okay. Hey, you Triton, what's going on, buddy? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Nick Robertson, sideboard, sending it around behind the net. Lorentz was taken down on his backside, and Sen's going to send it down the ice, so another icing call. So this is turning around, coming all the way back. But both goaltenders have been doing all right. Wall has been the busier of the two, but that's what we expect. Allmark has been away for the Sens, so he's injured. Forsberg has been doing an okay job. Always tough when your number 1 goaltender goes down. Sen's going to win this draw in their own zone. Going to work this one up to the blue line and beyond. Long pass misses everybody. Myers going in here after it. He's got a Senator player up on him. Oshiopuck was there real fast. Myers again going to flip this to Nick Robertson. Robertson, his pass to Riley gets blocked. I would assume so, Leo, with 2 weeks to go until that tournament. I don't think we're going to see a return beforehand. But after that long break, it would make sense. In the corner, digging. Robertson gets filled in here by Harmonic, who's got him in a headlock sitting over his backside. Robertson trying to get himself up, and he's just keep taking whacks at it. The puck was under him, and Harmonic just really going at Robertson. Leafs going to kick this one out. Quinlan going to fight for it. He's going to knock it back to the point. Nice job by the youngster. Ekman Larson over to Riley. Riley down too deep. His shot is going to be deflected behind the net. Quinlan back with it. Going to cycle this one down in the corner. Robertson, nice little move. Going to go across ice to Riley, and that was just deflected away at the last moment. Riley can't come up with it. Pass is going to come out to Ostyapuk, and the Sens going to go upstairs, flip this one all the way down the ice, and there's a little bump to move it across. Ridley Gregg coming in. He can't catch up to this puck. Now Sens grab it, coming out in front. Here's a shot. Where is it? It's loose. Wall's going to dive out for it, and he's going to put the mid on it, and we're going to get a whistle to slow this one down with 1:08 to go in period number one. A little tense moment because we didn't know where that puck was. But Nick Robertson doing a real nice job in the corner and almost got this pass across to Morgan Riley. Wow. So good job by Nicky Robertson. Face off in the Leaf zone. Matthews going to take this draw. Greg is going to get waved out, so Pinto comes in to take it. Face-offs are almost 50-50. If Toronto wins this, it will be, and he does, and it is. Leafs going to bring this one, flip it out to the center ice line. Marner trying to knock it down. Other than Bobby McMahon, I mean, this first line has not really been making a big stink here tonight. Less than a minute to go here in period number one. Tanev is going to bring this one down. He fans on the pass. And the Senators, Sanderson picking it up and going to send it back down to the Leaf zone. Tanev going to take two. Working it up to Willie. Nylander. He's going to play this to Nylander too far, or to Marner, too far away from him. They play it off the boards. Matthews can't catch up to it. Here comes the Senators, 2-on-1 shaping up. Here's Brady with a shot. And a nice save here by Wall. And, of course, Benoit and Brady now giving a little pushing and shoving as Ottawa coming in as the save is made with 22.4 seconds left to go. And that's what Brady Tkachuk does, right? He gets in and he will give you a little bit of an oomph. Amadio was right there coming in with a whack on the goaltender as well as he holds on to it. Oh, that's right. AAU, do you have snow? I know you're kind of on the north end. Did you see snow? Great question, Onyx. That's right, Triton. We are. 7 foot. Oh my goodness, Peter. Wow. Off the draw. This is coming around. Thanks, Duke. You too, my friend. This one being dumped down comes to David Kemp, and it's offside. 12.9 seconds to go. And Kemp just in there on the offside. 7 feet of snow. I can't even imagine what 7 feet of snow would look like. That's crazy. No snows. Triton got away. No snow there. You got hail in Bermuda? Really? Wow. What is going on? Crazy weather. 12.9 seconds left to go. Tanev is talking with the linesman. I think they're having some debate about why this draw is inside instead of outside. Good for building an igloo. There you go. That's the truth. So Kemp in to take this draw. 12.9 seconds. Lots of time on the clock.
That's a big difference. That's a coach's best friend.
Let's go. Drop the puck.
You got some veteran guys who can make this.
There it is. Senators win. They put it towards the net. Ooh, that was a close call. Here's another shot, and that one is blocked by David Kemp. With 3 seconds to go, this period is going to come to an end. There goes the horn. We are all tied at ones, and period number one is done. Let's go to the intermission, of course. TikTok, you're not going to see anything different. But let's break this one down. Uh-oh, where's our stats? There's our stats. Let's break it all down. 12 shots for the Senators, only 6 for the Maple Leafs. So not a good opening period for the Leafs in terms of shots on net. But hey, we got one, so we will take it. 11 hits to 7, so pretty close there. Faceoffs won, like we said, 50-50. 1 for 2, the Senators go on the power play. Leafs did not have a power play opportunity there. Could we possibly see a Matthews, McMahon, Domi line tonight? That would be interesting, Travis. That would be very interesting. I don't know if we will. I don't know. You know, that would mean putting Marner down with Nylander and moving Domi up. But I mean, maybe we get that mixed up Mother Goose, right? Where they're stuck in the middle of a line change and you get that. But yeah, no power play opportunities for Toronto, which anytime I see the Senators playing a period with no penalty, makes me wonder. 8 giveaways for Ottawa, 7 for Toronto. So both teams not doing a good job containing the puck there. You don't like so many giveaways in a period. Each team with a takeaway, 7 block shots by Toronto, 4 block shots by the Senators. Of course, your goal scorers, Bobby McMahon, his 14th from Marner, and they've now added Ekman Larson with an assist on that goal. So that's a late addition. That means I have to add that to our little score ticker, but it's on the other page, so I will do that after. Tim Stützle on the power play for the Senators, his 16th of the year from Sanderson and Giroux. So those are the big goals from the first period, and they were certainly big goals. A big first opening goal by Toronto, and then a comeback goal there by the Senators. So a couple of things to discuss. First, huge signing. Well, not really. But we do have a signing. The New York Rangers, if you're a New York Ranger fan, the New York Rangers have agreed to a 5-year extension with defenseman Will Borgen for an average of $4.1 million. So $4.1 million, 5-year deal. The Rangers signing Will Borgen, so he gets that all secured. So let's talk about this deal that was done yesterday. Late night Friday, it kind of comes out and was surprising. It was surprising. I did not expect this deal to get done. I did not expect to hear about this deal, but the Carolina Hurricanes going all in this year. The Hurricanes picking up Rantanen and Hall. So Rantanen and Hall. Oh, Triton coming in with that freeze. Thank you, Triton. So Rantanen and Hall goes to the Hurricanes. The Avalanche receive Natchez and Drury, a 25 second round pick and a 26 fourth round pick. And the Chicago Blackhawks, all they did is retain some salary. The Chicago Blackhawks pick a 3rd round pickup. So Chicago, even though they have one of the best young players in the world in Connor Bedard, are now being sought after to retain salary. So does that mean the Blackhawks are much like the San Jose Sharks of this league? A joke? I hate when teams do that. I hate when they say, hey, we can't afford this guy, so if we flip you a draft pick, will you eat some of his salary so we can afford to make this deal better? Essentially, we want to get better, but we need you to eat some salary so we can make this move. I hate that they can do this. A third-party team being brought in simply to retain salary. But nevertheless, that's what it is. And this deal sparked a whole bunch of questions. So first, when it came out, obviously, Chicago is the loser because they now have some salary eaten up. Carolina picks up 2, free agents at the end of this year in Rantanen and Hall. Rantanen is expected to potentially earn anywhere between $10 and $13 million. So big dollars for Rantanen if Carolina can find a way to sign him. Taylor Hall, he's become a little bit of a journeyman, right? He's moved around. It'll be a nice depth player for him, second or third line player. They can definitely utilize him in different ways. So interesting move. Carolina really going all in. And Carolina Hurricanes right now, for those that don't know, they're currently sitting second in the Metropolitan Division with 63 points. They're really stacking up. And of course, when this deal happened, the very first thing we started seeing was, what about Sidney Crosby? What about Sidney Crosby? Is he now going to go to Colorado and play with McKinnon? Because we know Pittsburgh is going to be opening the doors to a fire sale, even though it's been said before that Crosby is pretty much an untouchable. He's not going anywhere. And Crosby, what did he sign? 2 years at $8.7 million. You know, that would be very interesting. His best bud, McKinnon in Colorado. Colorado's struggling. Will we see Crosby go there to play? Now, the one thing I would say to Crosby when you're weighing teams is where to go. You know, Colorado has a goaltending issue. Colorado has a lot of issues. Colorado right now, not really. I mean, they're in the first wild card spot. They have 58 points. Is Colorado the team that's you risk a few remaining years to gamble on winning with? In the past, historically, they're a winning team, but Colorado really struggling as of late. And, you know, I wonder if like a team like Toronto went knocking to Pittsburgh and did a deal to bring Sidney Crosby, would he want to do that over Colorado? Where does he find himself fitting into a winning spot? So the Crosby conversation's definitely heating up. It'll be interesting to see where they go. While I think Carolina gets a big boost for this, I actually like what Colorado did. Natchez and Drury, I think, are decent players. They got a couple of picks. I think the Avs potentially win this deal. I really, really do. But it's the Avs are playing more for term, where the Hurricanes are going more for that impact right now. What do you think? What do you think? Are you happy with this deal? Or if you're an Avalanche fan, are you happy? Do you think this gives you some pieces you need? If you're a Hurricanes fan, are you happy with, you know, bringing in these players that you may not have next year, kind of putting it all on the line? Very curious what you all think. Let's see here. Now this is interesting. We saw an article here that said if teams played a single knockout game for the number one draft pick each year instead of the lottery, kind of an upside down bracket. You know, that's an interesting concept. You know, right now, obviously, it goes by the standings. They take all the teams that don't make the playoffs and they do the lotteries. But what if it was a little bit of a knockout bracket, a knockout tournament for the number one pick? Big boost, but feels like rentals. The pick was Chicago's home pick. Yeah, Road Warrior, good to see you, by the way. I hope all is doing well. Yeah, definitely rentals for sure. I don't think they're going to lock them up long term. Gordon, what's going on? Welcome in. Anybody else have an opinion on the big trade that went down last night? I also want to hear your opinion. What do you think about this? Doing a knockout draft for that number one spot. So you have the Stanley Cup playoffs kind of start. And then you also have this mini tournament, this mini knockout draft tournament to see who gets the number one pick. So imagine if we took the standings today, and again, imagine standings have shuffled around, but you'd have, thank you, Gordon, feeling so much better. Imagine having Vancouver play San Jose, the Ducks and the Kraken, Nashville, Utah, Chicago, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Rangers and Islanders, Bruins and Wings, Columbus, Buffalo as your first brackets. And it's a one game, and it's a bracket. You play for that number one pick. I think that would be awesome. B-Man, really? I haven't heard that. I haven't seen that. I know he was talking about putting together a plan over the next couple of years, that he was working towards it, but did he actually announce something happening now? Crosby won't move. Maybe the last year of his deal, but not now. That Road Warrior, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Urises, what's going on? Good evening, one and all. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna move, but it would be interesting. Keep six. What's going on? It's about time. Yes, interesting. Because I know last I heard yesterday they were talking about a 2-year plan for the Board of Governors. Interesting. They're looking for his successor. Was kind of the last I saw. But that would be interesting. It'll be interesting if that happens, when it has happened. Gosh, it's weird, right? It's like when Gary Bettman has put his touch on hockey for so long. It's hard to imagine what a new commissioner would come in and do, and how much will he be restricted by the Board of Governors as to what he can do. Brandon trade for JT. Wouldn't that keep six? Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be interesting if Carolina then flipped Rantanen for JT Miller? I can't see that happening, but holy smokes, wouldn't that be something? That would be wow. I'm like, my mind is blown right now. Could you imagine? Bettman has said it, but it won't be until it happens. Just another rumor. Yeah, I mean, if when that time comes, when Bettman does retire, Brandon, maybe a new commissioner, maybe the Leafs will win the cup. Yeah, tried to expand the NHL too fast. He did, B-Man. I do agree with you there. I do agree with you there for sure. Oh, Bev, good. I'm glad you're feeling better, getting to the end of it. Bettman, he's just done so much in this league. I hope whoever the new commissioner is, and I hope he or she comes in and says, you know what? We have an image problem here in the game. And I'm honest, I think the NHL has an image problem. And that image problem isn't about television audience, even though it's down. It isn't about, fans in the seats. I think the image problem is on the ice. The image problem with officials, and we've talked about this at length. There's zero accountability for officials. There's an image problem with their Department of Player Safety. I think George Peros has done a horrific job. There's no consistency with calls on the ice. There's no consistency with fines and suspension. Is it just me, or every time I see new suspension or new fines coming out on Twitter, they say this is the maximum amount that can be issued under the players agreement? Well, how many maximum amounts can there be when it's all over the place? So I think the first thing a new commissioner should come in and do is say, hey, teams, we have an image problem, and this is how we're going to clean it up. The NHL will take care of the Department of Player Safety. They'll figure that out. But on ice, we have an issue with the officials. We're now going to fix it. The rules are the rules. We're going to make the officials accountable. We're going to put them in front of the media, just like the winning and losing coaches and players have to go talk to the media. We're going to have the head official go and meet with the media and explain why some controversial calls were called the way they were. Andrew, what's going on? Would love to see that. I would also see the NHL try to do things for younger generations. I love they're doing these next-gen games. But the problem with the NHL is seats are too expensive around the buildings. They got to find a way of bringing the cost per seat down. We know in football and baseball, they have 50, 80,000 seats, so they can afford to be a little bit cheaper because they got more seats to sell. And in baseball's case, they got more games to play. But salaries are also off the charts. They got to figure out a way of getting the younger fan to the buildings and being able to see these games. Touch of Bettman. Back me up with the refs. Oh man, having the refs do interviews would be amazing. It would be great. It would be great. And I think, it doesn't have to be long, just like the losing coaches, right? They only come in and they answer a couple of questions. And you know what? Truth be told, even if the ref doesn't get asked questions, even if they just come forward and say, at the 13-minute mark of the second period, there was a, goaltender interference call. It went for review, and it was determined no goal. This is what we saw, and this is why we called it no goal. Just giving that explanation, oh my gosh, would go a long way. We all watch these games, and we see calls, and we're like, why? How? We see the replays, and we're like, that makes no sense. Imagine if the official came on the headset in the stadium and said, after review, we saw that this took place and that this person pushed this person. They had their full write-up. Now, we do hear them say, we determined the puck was kicked in the net. And often, a lot of those calls, as they say it, are wrong. And a lot of that comes from the video review. It would be great if they came in and said, hey, we made this call. We reviewed it on the ice. We stood by our call. But, coming back after and seeing from the perspective and watching it, spending more time, we realized we got the call wrong. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine if Wes McCauley came out and said, hey, I just missed that. Holy smokes. So much more respect. When you make a mistake, if you're in school or you're at work and you make a mistake, right? You do something wrong. If you own that mistake, it's so much better for you, right? If you make a mistake and you own it, it's a much better outcome for you than if you make a mistake and you try to cover it up and you hide it and you lie about it. Crazy. Don't ask for miracles. And again, it doesn't have to be the actual on-ice officials. If there's a head official that gets the report from the officials and they come off the ice and they bring it, it would be so good. Ask any other athlete. Hockey is an elite physical game. These back-to-back games are wrong. You know what, B-Man? I tend to agree with you there. Hockey is definitely one of the most physical sports. Football right there. And football, they play one game a week, right? Hockey players are playing 3 to 4 games a week. It's crazy. And these back-to-backs are absolutely madness. And in a condensed season, because we got this international tournament with the Olympics coming up and everything, we get more back-to-backs. It just makes guys more susceptible to injury, which we definitely do not want to see. But it's all about image. Right now, it's about corporate image. The NHL wants corporations to invest. They want corporations to buy the seats down low. And that's why you have the Leafs captain going off saying the crowd is too quiet. Well, the fans who want to hoot and holler and scream can't afford the tickets because you sign a $13 million contract. It's all relative. Actually, football players play 3 times a week. They play 3 times a week. I know football is played really on Thursdays, Sundays, and Monday, but a team only plays once. Now, there are some short weeks where Buffalo might play on the Monday night game and then they play on the Sunday, but the football schedule, they only have 1 game a week. All right, let's get going. Hockey gladiators with hockey sticks and flying pucks. Let's go period number 2. Let's see how this is going to play out. Let's go. Thanks for hanging around through intermission, listening to me ramble. Really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Game is back underway.
Never forget how cool is that was.
Down in the Leaf zone, Ottawa behind the net, going to slip and fall, kind of blew a tire there.
So we start the second period. Being tied at 1. Alley-oop out to center, knocked down there by Marner.
Can't do that. Here's McMahon, another shot right on.
And Forsberg got a piece of that. Swinging away is Stützle.
1 second.
Pressure by Holmberg, but Stützle.
Had to add Ekman Larsson's assist. And Joseph Wall is going to glove that one down, make the save.
There, Brady Tkachuk just getting it
In
there.
playoffs, 1 game a week.
For Travis Green, just putting this line together. David Perron's been out for such a long period of time.
All right.
Look at your team and you say,
Talking about NFL playoffs, we will have NFL playoff action here tomorrow. The Chiefs and the Bills. So come hang out with us tomorrow evening. It's going to be a lot of fun. Off the draw, Kachuk is going to win this one back to the line. It is going to come out. Ottawa can't keep it in.
Back on the score sheet with the power play goal. So
it's going to be spun around. Toronto with their own blue line. Going to hammer this one down the ice. Domi putting it across. Here's a shot right on. Nice save. Rebound was there, but no Maple Leaf in sight. The Senators going to move this one over into the corner. Going to flip this one down. Ottawa picking it up. Chopping it down. Tanev back to get it. He's going to put it around the boards. Holmberg getting pinched along those boards. Back over to Tanev. Tanev coming around. I'm going to tickle grounds. Domi dumping it in. Holmberg getting it behind the Senators net. Trying to play this one through. Nylander coming in. William Nylander throwing a hit. Wow. That's not something I expect to see. Holmberg going to pass this one over. Cycling around. Leafs with possession in the Senator zone. In the slot, they can't pull the trigger. Ben's going to get this one out. David Kemp going to chip this one through. Nylander putting it over. Leafs bringing it right back down low in the corner. Sens going to hold it up. Lorentz trying to dig it free, but the Senators get the puck, and they're going to work this one through. A little flip pass up high in the sky. Toronto's going to bat it down. That's going to be a glove pass. So that one comes out. 1-1. We are all squared away. Triton throwing stuff on the ice. Triton, don't you know you're not allowed to throw objects on the ice?
Fans are reminded that the throwing of any objects on the ice is not allowed.
Even with additional explanations, some fans will say it's rigged and scripted. That is very true, Road Warrior. I agree with you there. B-Man coming in with that super chat. Thank you, B-Man. The 5 spot. I appreciate you. Here's a shot. That one's going wide. Let's get the stick taps in there for B-Man. Leafs sending this one all the way down the ice. Down and around. Sanderson trying to catch up to it. Going to leave it here for Zub. Zub going to work it. Bobby McMahon on the forecheck. Off the boards. This one's going to be played up. Dumped down in the corner. Wall coming out to stop it. He's going to play this one up. Leafs work it back around. They're going to slow it down. Both teams making changes. Here's Mitchie. Marner going to throw it across. Long pass trying to hit. Bobby McMahon can't get it. Leaves it for Matthews. Matthews tried to slide it to McMahon. That one doesn't come through. Here's Marner trying to play it across. He can't do it. Tanev, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Here's McCabe. McCabe turning, playing this one across. Here's another long pass. That one gets knocked down. Here comes Ottawa. Here comes Ottawa. Here comes Ottawa. Right down the high slot, putting it across, and that one ricochets just wide of the net. Holy smokes. Stuart Skinner, what's going on? Welcome in. Here's Marner. Marner carrying it in. Marner looking, going cross ice. There's a high hook. A penalty coming up to the Senators as Matthews is interfered with coming through, and the Maple Leafs are finally going to get a chance on the power play. Ken, what's going on? When we were in grade school. Oh, God. Here come the trolls. Piss off. Here come the trolls. Here come the trolls, because they have nothing better to do. Ridley Gregg going to the box.
So the Leafs get their first power play of the night. They were 0 for 3.
Oh, my goodness.
Columbus, after a real hot surge of being 4.
Some people have no lives. Marner picking up the puck, back over to Matthews. Matthews putting this one down low. Here's Nylander. Nylander taking a look again. Nylander back to the line. Marner, Nylander, back to Marner, back to Nylander. Come on, guys. Here's a shot looking for the deflection. Bobby McMahon passes back over to Nylander. Nylander in the slot. Domi to Nylander to Marner. Marner to Matthews. Matthews putting it back to Marner into the slot for Domi. Just turn and shoot. He does. And that sails just high and over. Bobby Mack tries to get there. He can't. And this is going to come out and all the way down the ice. Here's Marner. Marner bringing this one back in. Trying to bring this one around. Cannot do it. Charlie's got the frozen phone. It's so cold here. Charlie's phone is frozen. Here's a little pitch over. Can't get it to Nylander. Matthews picking up this loose puck. Matthews top of the circle. Matthews looking, going to drop it for Marner. Marner taking a shot. That one goes way outside and up and out of play. Right banking? Exactly. Exactly.
Just reaching for the puck. Does he get underneath? Gets right onto the skate. Yeah, you're stepping right onto the blade of Sanders.
But you know what? It's unfortunate banking that, you know, YouTube is a very big space. And there's someone for everybody to watch. And it's very unfortunate that some wannabe creators on here who just reuse other people's content and won't come on camera, you know, have cronies that come and try to harass other people. It's a wonderful thing, the internet. Thomas, how's it going? Welcome in. B-Man coming in with that super chat. Mama always said, be yourself. B-Man, I appreciate it. Here's Toronto. Toronto coming through. Thank you again, B-Man. Finally reached 30 degrees. Felt like summer. There you go. Right down 401. Jonathan, that's awesome. Here comes the Senators. Senators back the other way. A little toe drag through the middle. And that one is pitched away. Sending it all the way down. Ottawa regrouping in their own zone. Looking to turn it up. Working it back through. Here's Toronto. Toronto on the move. Leafs slow playing this one. A little backhand pass. Penalty has now expired. Nothing doing for Toronto. Long pass is coming all the way down. There you go, Triton. Toronto taking a look, trying to move this one across. Passing it up. This one's going to go all the way down. Leafs can't keep it in. Big hit, though. But here comes Stützle. Stützle cutting through the middle. He's going to circle around. Stützle still with it. Now he's going to pass this one up in front. Joseph Woll with a huge save. You got to be kidding me. Matheson there in front and a huge save. Joseph Woll. Wow, that was outstanding. Joseph Woll with a huge stop as the Senators really were pushing. That was incredible. What a great stop. Oh, my goodness gracious. Matheson. Woof. 16 points since December 1st. He's been one of the hottest scorers on the Senators. Trying to grip it and rip it, and that one he just couldn't get it through. Just down in the corner. Toronto trying to bust in. Oh, a little pass, but they were going the wrong way, couldn't connect. Leafs down in the corner. McMahon to Matthews. Matthews behind the net, stopping. He's going to turn the other way. Passes it out. Marner with a shot. McMahon reaching for the rebound. He can't get it. And the Sens going to use the glass. And it gets up and down. Matthews racing back. Highmore coming in, and they're going to knock it away from him. But he recovers, passing it across, and that misses its target. Going to come all the way back to the Senators' blue line. Sens going to bank this one up. Matthews going to bring it right back in. Matthews, little toe drag with a shot. It's deflected down around behind the net. Matthews steals it, tries to flip it in front. That one goes just wide the other way. Lorentz back to the line. Myers cross ice, putting it around. Here's Kemp with a shot. Gets knocked down. Reeves in front of the net, standing his own ground. Sen's going to flip this one past. Riley couldn't keep it in. Myers going to bring this one back. Myers taking it along. Going to get Jersey Mike's. Don't know what to get. Oh, Jonathan, I don't even know what they have on their menu, but let us know how it is. Sen's going to bring this one back. Here comes Stützle. Stützle cutting in with a shot. Tries to go short side, blocker side. That one comes all the way out. Playoffs around the corner. Oh, yeah, B-Man. Cannot wait. Playoffs going to be a lot of fun. This coming around, back through it. Reeves trying to chip it out. He can't. Myers back in here. He's going to take a bump. And he played it around behind the net. Long bang passes out. Lorentz gets taken down. And David Kemp going to tip this one in. He can't get in there after it. And Ottawa going to send it around the boards. Just over 12 minutes to go here in period number 2. It's been end-to-end action, back and forth action. If you are just coming in and joining us, hit that thumbs up for us. We appreciate it. Nylander in over the line. Here's a shot right on. That's going to be kicked aside. Sens going to play this one back. It's going to be tipped out. Tanev racing for it. Tanev back to get it. I'm going to play this one over. Ekman Larson going cross ice. Missing target. No icing call. Ref's going to wave it off. Domi in there. Domi to Holmberg. Holmberg back around to Domi behind the net. Domi pulling it in front. Here's a blast. Forsberg had it in his shoulder. Didn't know where it was. It was sitting in front of him. Toronto tries to dig it in, and Holmberg gets dumped in front of the net for his efforts. B-Man, absolutely. Absolutely. They're going to go to commercial break. We are who we are, and we never change that. Playoffs indeed. Will increase. Absolutely. Reese's, absolutely. And, you know, last year, we made a mistake. Last year, I made the mistake. We got too involved in that shenanigans, right? And unfortunately, people will be people. And we're just going to stay in our lane, and we're just going to have fun. And for those that want to be here and be a part of it, we're going to have a good time. For those that want to come and try and ruin it for other people, we're going to show them the door, and we're going to send them on through it. So thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for being here to have some fun. And that's what we do, right? We're all here to cheer on the teams we love and enjoy doing it. We're not here to pretend we're somebody else. If you take a look just over here to my side, we'll see where all the shots are coming from. See, the Senators are mainly shooting from the face-off dots in down low. The Leafs, even though they have only one less shot, they're shooting from a little bit higher out, which is really great to see. Matt Jack, welcome back in. Thanks, Banking. You see the Leaf shots, they're shooting more from those top of the circles. They're not getting those jam plays in front of the net where they used to. So I'm happy to see shots coming from higher up, but they have to get down low. That's where they do see a lot of success, right? Those shots all in around the net down low. So if they can get back to that, it'll definitely open up their game a little bit more. Thanks to everybody for watching along, both of us here on the Experience channel. Also, if you're watching over on Hockey HQ, we appreciate you tuning in and listening along down there. Hockey HQ is our secondary channel. We're just starting to build back up. Matt Jack Matthews is playing, although he's almost been non-existent. He did get involved in the play there a little bit, but certainly hasn't really had much going on. It would be nice to see it all in Travis, I would love to see that. You know, and I'm torn. Would I rather see Toronto, Ottawa, or Toronto, Montreal? I'm kind of torn. Back to the line. McCabe can't hold it in. They got to cycle this back. Ethan, hello there. Welcome in, Ethan. That's a great Is that Matthews on your picture there? That's awesome. Here's a little turnaround. Toronto over to Marner. In. I thought that was offside, but they say no. Matthews to Riley. Riley swipes at it. Can't get it to McMahon. Sen's going to bring this one out. Just kind of stalled Pinto there for a moment. Now Pinto, he's going to flip this down to the Leaf zone. Riley gets pumped into the boards, but gets McMahon the puck. Lewis, how's it going? Good to see you, Lewis. Hope you are doing well. Down in the Sens zone. Sens going to pick it up. They're going to move this puck up, and Kachuk going to bring this in offside. So we're going to get a face-off just out. And Brady wasn't happy with that call. We got to get Austin Matthews going. We got to get him going. He's been a little sluggish here today. I mean, I guess he's still upset about the noise in the Scotiabank Arena. Montreal is in Quebec, yes. Yes, so yeah, for an all-Ontario, Battle of Alberta, but yes, but in terms of the two Canadian teams in the East with Toronto, who would I like to see, Ottawa or Montreal in that first round? But yes, Montreal is in Quebec. Here's Kemp over the line. That one is offside. Robertson just pulls off the line. Matthews, no shots on net as of this point. That's definitely a problem. 4 shots for McMahon, 3 for Nylander, 2 for Holmberg, 1 for Marner. No shots for Domi, no shots for Matthews. No shots for Robertson. Gotta get those turned around. Pass the ginger ale. Oh yes, Ursi's. Gotta love some ginger ale. But now Ursi's, are you a Canada Dry ginger ale guy or are you a Schweppes ginger ale? Schweppes or Canada Dry? I'm Canada Dry. I don't mind a Schweppes once in a while, but Canada Dry all day long is the better ginger ale. Let's see against Montreal. Oh yeah, Brandon, that would be so much fun. Nylander turning around. He's going to try and slow it up. He can't. Sens going to bring it right back into the Leaf zone. This time they're in there on the offside.
Second period, which usually is wide open, has been anything but.
Yeah, it's been stop and
Love Canada Dry. Yeah, Mad Jack. It really, really is. It really is so much better. Every once in a while, I don't mind a Schweppes, but if I have the choice, yeah, Canada Dry all the way. So good.
A lot of wing at times, and he was happy to get back in the center ice. And you know, sometimes as a player,
love the ginger ale. Might have to grab one. I think I have a bottle in the fridge. Might have to grab one. Canada always cold, never dry. Darmavir, if I'm pronouncing that correct, welcome in. Sorry if I'm completely butchering it, but I love that. Canada always cold, never dry. That's great. Here's a pass. Senators coming in. Sends quick shot, and Joseph Wall with a great save. Either or would be great. It definitely would be a better series than Boston, Tampa, or Florida. I agree, Travis. I agree. I'm let somebody else knock Boston out. I don't want to. Maybe Boston won't even make the playoffs. That would be the best case scenario. They're going to commercial break. We are still tied at ones. Just under 10 minutes to go. We're halfway through this hockey game, and it's kind of been exactly what we thought it would be, right? Low goal scoring. Lots of banging and crashing, bumping and grinding. It's been one of those classic Toronto, Ottawa games. Although the hits are low for this point, only 13 to 12, but there have been a lot of big hits. I always hated it when I was a kid. The hospital gives you ice cream and ginger ale when your tonsils are out. I don't remember having ice cream. I remember getting Jell-O. I think it was a lot of Jell-O when my tonsils were up. Maybe it was ice cream. That was a few years ago. We did go through it with our boys. One of the boys getting his tonsils out. That was tough, man. It was tough. Always hard on the kids. But I've heard it's even harder as an adult. If you get your tonsils out as an adult, it's even harder to go through than as a kid. So I don't know anybody that's had it done in their adult age, but man, yeah, that was crazy. Crazy. All right, this game face-offs still just about 50-50. They are even Steven. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody had a good Saturday. It's been a chilly Saturday. I know we just kind of took it easy, lounging around, still fighting to get 100% healthy. Ginger ale and ice cream. Ginger ale and ice cream. Oh, now I prefer Canada Dry. Schweppes is 2 week. There you go. Now I do want to ask. I want to ask the question. We're talking about ice cream here when you're getting the tonsils out. Now I know obviously when you get your tonsils out, you don't really get your pick of flavor. But what is everybody's favorite ice cream flavors? What do you go with now? Right, Theo? Let's go. Let's get them going. Here comes the Senators. That's the wrong team to get going. Shot's going to go just wide. When I was a kid in the 60s, all kids got their tonsils out. Yeah, even my generation too. Most people got their tonsils out. It was just like the thing to do. Experience what's supposed to start getting back up to there you go. Chocolate. Yeah, gotta love classic chocolate. Me too. Senators back in their own zone. Tonsils and wisdom teeth out at one time. Davy boy. Oh my goodness. That's wild. I had my wisdom teeth out, but not at the same time as my tonsils. That's wild. And Benoit gets knocked down. We got a whistle. We'll see what comes of this. Maple walnut. Interesting. I like a gold medal ribbon, a Baskin Robbins special, gold medal ribbon, or a world-class chocolate. Those are my my two favorites. And then if I can't get those, then I default back to pralines and cream. Vanilla and beer floats. Oh, I can't imagine doing a beer float. Yes, John, butterscotch. I have butterscotch caramel. So that's why I like gold medal ribbon, because it's kind of the chocolate vanilla and it's got a little caramel in there. Canada Dry with a slice of lime. It's just refreshing, Peter. Here's Ottawa coming through. No penalty was called on the play. Sens coming around, passing it down low. Here's a quick shot off the stick of wall, back to the line. I have 20 on the Leafs, Oilers, Florida, and Washington to win. Mr. Cena, that sounds like a good bet. We haven't looked at the out-of-town scoreboard. That sounds good. Oilers, Florida, Washington. Florida over the Sharks. Yeah, that's doable. Caps over the Canucks should win. Edmonton won, so you should be good. Dallas, I like Dr. Pepper, but I'll take a ginger ale over Dr. Pepper any day. But Dr. Pepper is solid. Here comes Ottawa again. Going to bring this into the Leaf zone. Sens bringing it. Leaf steal. Leafs going to play it. D to D. Here's Minton bringing it back. This line been on a long time. Gold ribbon 2. Vanilla. Nice. Classics. Dumping this one down. Senators right back into the Leaf zone. They kind of got stalled up at the line. They throw this through. Nobody can get there. Peter. Yeah, Mr. Benjamin, nothing like a classic Coca-Cola classic. Although cherry Coke, I prefer. Big hit in the corner, this coming around. Holy moly. Bye-bye, Corey. Nice to not know ya. Rio, Dave, I don't think I've ever had that. Make another account and come back in so you can try to come up with something else creative. Yeah, Mad Jack, I am. I always enjoy watching the Super Bowl. It's an excuse to get a big feast going, get the nachos and the wings and all the good stuff. Oh, Thomas, tough question. Tough question. If I'm going root beer, it has to be A&W. A&W for sure. This in the corner, Marner shot deflects wide. Toronto going to hold this one in. Bringing it around, dumping it back to the line. Here's a shot. That one is going to lift up and go out of play. Diet Pepsi addict. So, Beverly, for me, I'm Coke over Pepsi. Cherry Pepsi, but unfortunately, I cannot drink soda anymore. Yeah, cherry Coke. Cherry Pepsi's not bad, too. Banking, I was so good. I hadn't drank pop for a long, long time, and then all of a sudden, I started up again. I gotta stop, but it's so good. But yeah, A&W over Barks, for sure. Brady Tkachuk going to take this draw. Toronto, they're going to win it, but they blow it right down. They're going to drop this one again. You're awesome. Oh, thank you, John. I appreciate that. And I hope you're doing really well. John, I really hope you are. So let's do this again. Face off. Toronto going to win it again, but they win it right back between the two D-men. Bam, bam. Let's go, Leafs. Bam, bam. Here comes Toronto through the middle. Going to fan on the pass. This coming around and through. Ottawa going to pick it up. Dump it right back in. Wall can't come up with it. Ekman Larson going to chip this one over the line. Going to be dumped right back in, down around the corner. If you're just coming in to join us, welcome in. Hope you'll hit that thumbs up button for us. We appreciate it. Stützle passing it back. Tkachuk didn't see it. Stützle can't come up with it. Ekman Larson has his hands full here in the corner. Domi going to come over to help him out, and he's going to dump his man down. Pass to Nylander. Nylander going to chip it free. Willie is racing for it. Willie, he's going to get there first, but had to be careful as incoming hit from Shabbat. Going to cycle it around. Back to Willie behind the net. Hops over his stick. Toronto coming in pressing this one. Ottawa going to go along the boards. Toronto pinching up his Marner. He's got it in his feet. Brady Tkachuk going to dig this one out. Holmberg backs away. Toronto steals it right back. McCabe going to put this one across. Riley putting it up. Here's a quick shot. That one goes wide. McCabe comes up with it. McMahon put it wide. Marner to McCabe. McCabe still looking. He's going to try and go cross ice to to Riley. It's stolen down. Here's Marner. Marner coming in. Oh, it's knocked off his stick. Great play there by the Ottawa Senators. They're going to flip this up and bring this one in. They're driving hard down in the corner. Ottawa still with it. 5:16 to go here in the second period. They're going to roll it around. Toronto intercepting back up to Marner. He shovels it ahead to Bobby McMahon. McMahon, he's coming. McMahon cutting towards the middle. Pass for Riley was a little behind him, but he's able to get a piece and shovel it towards the net. And a nice little stop there.
How about Sanderson lost his stick and just did a flyby on the bench. Tried to get there as quickly as he could. Good stick at that end. Good.
All right, keep doing it. Keep bringing it in. They're going to go to commercial break. The Maple Leafs trying to up their game. Holy moly. Some people have no life, so they feel they have to come and harass other people. Well, you're not welcome here, so take a hike. I think it should go to a Knights game. Yeah, John, I love the Knights. Hey, the Knights are playing awesome. London Knights are so much fun to watch. I really hoped we would do some more Knights games here on the channel. We did that one before the break, and then we got sick, and I'm waiting. I don't want to push myself to do too much too fast, but man, it's coming, and we're almost back to 100%. So we'll be able to get more games going. Some of those Knights games going. We're gonna get more stuff going. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Sam sings. I wouldn't really call it singing. Oh my goodness. Let it go. Let it go. Sammy says let it go. Oh my goodness. Trying to watch the game, eh? Go grab a beer and have some fun. Get out of mom's basement. Go have some fun. I mean, maybe it's past your bedtime, so you're not allowed out. Prep, what's going on? I can't stick around. Still fighting zombies. Prep, that's right. Gotta watch those windows. Oh, Len, they've just taken a liking to me. Some people just can't let a good thing be. Twisted back then, twisted now. We're all a little twisted. Back to the line. Here's a blast. Big block shot. Here's Myers passing this down. Can't put it through. Behind the net, trying to walk around. There's so many other streams out there. Why don't you go and harass some other people? Oh, Endgame. It is the same person for sure. And they'll all be reported to YouTube, and we'll let YouTube take care of it. Hear this coming across. Over. Here's a shot. That one gets knocked down. Ottawa going to send this one around. They're going to work it through. Fire it up. That's right, Dean. Let's get it going. Got to get them going. B-man. This coming around. This is going to be chucked out. Back in. Here comes Ottawa again. Ottawa trying to move it. Nope, they're going to freeze it, bring it back. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go. Here in the second period, we are still 1-1. Triton says, let's get a wave going. Let's do it. Hit that hands up emoji. 3, 2, 1. Hey, let's get those waves going. Let's try and fire up this Leafs team. Get her going. Guy on the couch banking. Remember that? That was hysterical. Oh, man. This coming around. Sens bringing it right back in. Hits Matthew's skate. Pass is going to now get intercepted. Pinto going to keep this one in. Sens are flying. Sens putting all the pressure. Leafs are struggling. They're barely skating here. It's like the extra day off caused them issues. A lot of Leafs were at a concert the other night too. Maybe it's slowing them down. Here's Matthews. Going to flip this over. Behind McCabe. Doesn't hit him. Finally, Toronto's going to go off the boards. Going to get this down. Oh, boy. This coming around. At least they're creative. Now there's the creative. This coming around down in the corner. Oh, Mr. Ben, you can just make a million accounts. Some bitter SOB who got kicked out of his stream and has no life and feels like he has to be miserable. But the mods will take care of it. And we can all laugh. But some people have nothing better to do. Nylander taking a long shot that's saved and knocked right in over to the side. This coming around back to the line. Taking a look. Here's a shot deflected, getting knocked down again. But I feel honored and privileged. This coming through. Nylander with it. Nylander taking a look. Cycling around. Toronto coming right back in. Taking a look. Right, Brandon? Exactly. 1:55 to go. Trying to come through. Ottawa intercepting. Sens going to start to work it out of their zone. The Go Leafs Go is flying around Ottawa. Let's see it here. Let's get the Go Leafs Go going on here in the chat. Yeah, John, that would sound good if I'm ever down there, for sure. That's right, Brandon. We give creative points. Chandler coming in. What's up, Chandler? 3 months of membership. Always good to see you. This coming around, cycling down in there. There it is. Joel's getting the Go Leafs Go going. Welcome in, Joel. Imagine the pressure these guys are under. Lots of pressure. So much pressure. Puck is going to hop. Thought it went in the bench. It did not. Leafs in their own zone. Going to cycle it back around. TikTok, what's going on? I totally forgot about you. I'm sorry. I've been up watching the game. What's up, Jordan over there? Mercedes, welcome in on the talk. I apologize. I've been focused so much on the game. I forgot all about you down here. They're going to a commercial game. Bobber, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. All right, we need you to hit those thumbs up. We need you to hit those likes for us. Let's go. Jordan, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the show. Leafs trying to get this one going. Trying to pick it up. 54 seconds left in the second. We're still tied at ones. Shots are even now as well. 17 apiece. Holy moly. All right. How many accounts do you have? My goodness. I'm glad I found my calling as well. Watching the game on TV and watching your YouTube. Jordan, thank you. That's the way to do it, my friend. That's the best way. Best of both worlds. Watch it on TV. Come on here and hang out with us here in the chat. This coming around behind the net. Tanev going in the corner. Tanev going to flip it up. Getting it out over the line. Here comes Toronto 2-on-1. Leafs to Robertson. Oh, the pass was too far, and he tried to reach for the one-timer. He couldn't pull it. So close. Sens Brady Tkachuk bringing it right back in. Toronto going to send it out. Here they come again. Robertson going to bring this one in. He's got to circle around in too deep. Tries to clear this over. Can't do it. Sasham, what's going on? Good to see ya. Stutzla going to play this one up. Sens bringing it into the zone. Putting this one across. Looking. Here's a shot. That one's going to get knocked down. 5 seconds to go. Nothing much doing. Sound the horn. There we go. Period has come to an end. We are still tied at one. Right, Dallas? Bruh, Dallas, he's got nothing to do. It could be a she for all we know. But he or she clearly has nothing to do. They're stuck in mom's basement. No one to go out with. And they got nothing to do. All right, let's go to the intermission. Let's talk some hockey. That was a quick period. The Zambonis are out. It's still 1-1. Let's go. Shots, Leafs. They got the Leafs ahead by 1, 18-17. Hits, 18-15. And while the hits are not huge numbers, not astronomical numbers, most of those hits have been big hits, big physical hits. 1 for 2, the Sens go on the power play. Leafs go 0 for 1. 12 giveaways to 15 for Toronto. 15 giveaways through 2 periods. That is not cool. Sam, I don't know why people are mean. John, it's because people are angry. People are angry. It's probably somebody who did something in a stream who got kicked out for doing something dumb, so they think they're being funny. Or there's somebody coming in from somebody else's stream thinking they're making me so horribly upset that I'm going to cry myself to sleep. When it's just funny. Taking a look at the stats. So yeah, giveaways. Giveaways are bad. Bad, bad, bad. 15 giveaways through 2 periods. Not a good number. Toronto's lucky they're only give up 1 goal so far. 5-2 the takeaways, Ottawa leading there, and 11-8 the block shots. Joel Goose 3-2. Hey, you think it's gonna be 3-2. Road Warrior is $5 and Kraken will love the Road Warrior. 3-2, definitely in the realm of possibility. Joel, like you, I thought that was the score we were going to see come the end of the game. Based off Toronto's lineup with all the injuries and how well Ottawa has been playing, I kind of thought Ottawa was going to take this one. But I will be honest. I'm going to go back on my original thought. Seeing that Toronto has not played great, and they're even at 1 goal apiece right now, I think Toronto can take this. I really do. I think Toronto can pull this out in the 3rd period. They are a late waking team. They usually come up late and get things going. So I'm starting to believe, if you will. Okay, so here it goes. Jonathan's review. Domi 0 goals in 16 games. Ouch, Dennis. That's not good. So sub is a large one. $22. Holy cow, Jonathan, $22 for a large sub. Pricier. You went with the big kahuna steak sub. Wow, $22 for a large sub. That is a lot. But do they pack it? Is it like packed heart, like bigger than Mr. Sub or Subway? Because that's for $22. I hope that is really, really loaded up there. No reviews yet. I'm still holding on to this hot sub. Walking through Union Station. Walk faster. We want to know. I'm just kidding. This is April. That's right. It's all about April. It's all about April. Teams always respond if we score. We usually tie it late. If we go down, we'll probably go to OT. And I can absolutely see this as an OT goal. Absolutely. It's been so even, and the stats are even so close. Everything is even. I can definitely see that happening. Brandon Nyes is not playing today. There's no Nyes. We know he left last game, did not return. He is not in. He is officially out. As for how long, I didn't see. I think the listing said day to day, but we know that can change, right? It's the early days of his injury. Hopefully he's fine. There was video of him at whatever concert they were all at, and he was jumping around, so he seemed okay. John, I'm a big fan of Stützle. Have been since he came into the league. He is a very, very talented hockey player. He's played about 13 minutes today. He's only had 3 shots on net. He does have the goal, and he's a -1. But Stützle is a phenomenal hockey player. He's got so much talent. He's got 15 goals this year, 45 points. 106 goals in 333 games for Ottawa. And let's face it, Ottawa has not been a great team. So he's been doing a good job on not a great team. Last year, he only had 18 goals in 75 games, but he was a -17 last year. And that's what hurts tremendously. Hey, there we go. Coming in, going out, coming in, going out. La da 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 da. Holy moly. So yeah, that's my story on Stützle. I'm a big fan, but he needs some help. And he now has some help. He's got some better people in and around, but got to see Stützle kind of step up the game a little bit more. A little bit more. All right, Toronto, if we go back to the Maple Leafs, and I said they weren't playing great. You know, McMahon has been awesome. McMahon has been playing really good hockey on that top line. Love what he's contributing. He's played about 12 and a half minutes. Marner is leading the forwards in ice time with almost 15 minutes. He's got an assist in his +1, but only 1 shot. He does have a block and 2 hits. Mitch Marner has 2 hits today and 2 giveaways. Matthews in just about 14 minutes. He's got no shots. So Matthews needs to get some shots on net. He has 2 giveaways as well. Nylander, 1350, so almost 14 minutes. He's got 4 shots on net, but again, our second line right now is just not looking good with Tavares and Pacioretty out. Holmberg and Domi are doing an okay job, but it makes it real tough. Nylander has to get some time with guys that can feed him the puck, and they're getting him some opportunity, but he needs some more help. And Domi, just not doing it right. Just can't cut it. Quinlan's been playing okay for his first NHL game. He's had 7 shifts, played about 5.5 minutes. On the D side, McCabe and Riley each 15 minutes of ice time. McCabe, 2 blocks, 2 hits, and 2 giveaways. Riley, 1 block and 1 giveaway. No shots for either one. Ekman Larson, also about 15 minutes of ice time. He's got an assist today. He's got a shot, a block, a hit, and 2 giveaways. Too many giveaways. Thought if I'm gonna try it, go big or go home. Everyone been getting me to try. Big Hana is or was on the secret menu item. Beef is done on a flat grill, so already better than. Ooh, they do it on a flat grill. Interesting. It's kind of like. Is it kind of like Charlie's? I don't know. Remember, Jonathan, when Charlie's used to be here? Charlie's cheesesteaks. Oh, so good on the flat grill. Love it. Think Toronto will make some trades before the deadline. Banking, I think they will. Large is bigger than Subway. Footlong looks like it's going to try to be here before we get. Okay. I think they will try to make some moves. I think what Toronto needs, for once, I'm happy to say, I think our goaltending is okay. Right? We got a good tandem. I would like to see something done on the D side, and I'd like to see some better depth forwards brought in. When we take a look at our depth, and I know we have injuries right now, so it's forgetting about that. When Pacioretty's back, when Tavares is back, it'll look a little different. Fraser Minton, he still needs some time. I'm not sold by him. Nick Robertson, who I've been giving all the praise and all the push for, he needs to do better. And Prep coming in, 10 gifted memberships. I can Prep coming in with 10 gifted memberships. Prep, thank you so much. Bow down to you. Prep with the gifted memberships. Congratulations to everybody who has received a gifted membership. And there's a whole lot of you. Sunman getting in there. King, Blackcraft, Marcella, Hair Dogs. Wow, thank you so much, Prep. Rick getting in there. Coach, George, JJ. Unbelievable. Holy man. The troll of 1,000 names. Are you going to ever find yourself a life? Maybe a significant other? Maybe find a way to spend your time enjoying yourself? But congratulations to all of our gifted memberships, and huge thank you to I Can Prep. You are awesome. Get that stick tap going on. All right. So Nick Robertson, I could see him potentially in a deal being moved. I don't want to give the future. I don't want to start having conversations about trading Fraser Minton, trading Easton Cowan, because that's just not going to happen. But the big name that comes to mind is, with Rantanen being traded last night, what's the deal with Mitch Marner? What is the deal with Marner? I'm sorry, Jordan. But what is the deal with Marner? Are we willing to pay him the number he wants to get paid? Or are we going to do like what Colorado did with Rantanen, where they said, hey, we're not going to pay you that kind of money. And so they made a move. It would be very interesting to see. Mitch Marner is going to break 100 points this year. It's always hard to trade a 100-point player, especially someone who's playing as well as he is. Marner right now is 4th in NHL scoring with 67 points, right? 67 points, 4th in scoring. He's 2nd in the league in assist scoring. William Nylander, by the way, is tied for second in goal scoring. Instead of picking the mod chat, you can get part of it. All right, I'll have to check, Jonathan. Thank you. So, do they end up make a move in trade Marner? It's one of those things where you never want to trade a 100-point player, but we can't end up having, Matthews, Nylander, and Marner all making, $12-13 million. It's crazy. Dan, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the Madhouse, Dan. Hope you're having a good day. So, are there moves to be made at the deadline? Yes. Is there room for us to improve? Absolutely. But it's not going to be easy. Toronto always has this challenge when trying to make moves, right? For whatever reason, everybody wants to fleece Toronto. Everybody wants to try and give Toronto a hard time when making a move. We've seen Toronto in deals before where the ask is ridiculous things, and then they go on and trade the player for like a draft pick or something. It's crazy, the double standard when it comes to trades. So it's going to be interesting. Yes, but they can't pay them. And so that's where, these trades can happen, and that's where you bring in the Chicagos, the San Jose's, these bottom teams where you say, hey, we'll throw a pick your way to retain 50%, to retain 25%. And you'll see a ton of that. We saw it last year. It was out of control. You saw it in this Rantanen deal. We're going to see it a lot come trade deadline. And I believe you can only do that so many times. You can only retain so much salary, right? So we're going to see more and more of that. But it hampers those teams from being able to develop because they have all this dead salary. So it's going to be interesting to see how teams manipulate the cap and work around it with retentions and whatnot. Marner fruit. Well, that is the question. If I'm moving Mitch Marner, I need a superstar defenseman. That's number one on my list. No offense, Morgan Riley, but if we're trading a Mitch Marner, we need a superstar defenseman coming back. And it's hard to say to a team, hey, I'm not saying Vancouver, but I'll just say for Vancouver. It's hard to say for Vancouver, who's struggling, to say, we'll give you 100-point scorer in Mitch Marner. We want Quinn Hughes in return. That's never going to happen. You got to find a team that is in need of scoring, in need of a playmaker. And in order to get something, you got to give up something, right? So you got to find these teams and they're a little bit desperate and say, okay, we'll be willing to give up our defender, our top defender, for one of your top players. It doesn't happen often. It does not happen often, but that's kind of what I need. If I'm moving Marner, I need to see a top, and I should qualify it by saying a top playoff defenseman, because you get some of these guys like a Marner who's been great in the regular season and then not so great in the playoffs. I need a great playoff defender, a proven playoff defender. Yeah, and I Dennis, I wasn't suggesting they did a trade with Vancouver. I was just saying we need it had to be a caliber player like that, right? It's got to be a superstar for a superstar. I'm not trading a 100-point player for a guy who's going to be on my second D pairing. He's got to be a top guy playing top minutes. I'm not trading a Mitch Marner for a Lane Hudson. An up and comer. I don't want a rookie, a young guy. Has to be something good. If can't do that, then oh my goodness gracious. JJ, you wish. What were you occupied with? Occupied doing nothing, scrounging up for change. JJ, take a hike. Get a life. So yeah, that's kind of my thought. Again, there definitely will be moves made for sure. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with people? Nylander is a 100 feet elite player. Yeah, you know, Nylander's interesting. Nylander is he's an interesting thought, right? Because here's a guy where he's scoring like crazy, right? Like it's tied for second in the league in goals. He can score in bunches. He disappears, but he doesn't play that full end to end game, which has been a criticism of his for a long time. So not surprised by that by any means. Um, and let's just pause the talk real quick just to go around the out of town scoreboard. 3-2 Devils over the Canadians, 2-0 Stars over the Blues, 1-0 Red Wings over the Lightning, 3-1 Flames over the Wild, and that's been a rough, tough game. 2-1 Blue Jackets over the Kings, 2-1 Hurricanes over the Islanders. Games completed already. Boston beat the Avalanche 3-1. Kraken over the Penguins 4-1, and the Oilers 3-2 over the Sabres. So those are your out-of-town scores. Just wanted to run through those real quick. Best player on the Sens team. Ooh, that's tough right now. I mean, it depends what you qualify as best player. Brady Tkachuk is unbelievable. He can score, he can hit, he can fight, but I don't think he's actually the best player on that team. Stützle, a good goal scorer. I don't think he's the best player. Claude Giroux passed his time. To be honest, I kind of look at Batherson. Batherson is a guy I would love to have on my team. Again, he's got 14 goals this year, 40 points, 104 goals in 357 games. He's got good size, 6'3", 200 pounds. He'll hit, he'll do all kinds of things. So it's hard to say who's the best player on the team because there's so many different check boxes. But Batherson is definitely a guy, I could build around. Guy I'd love to have on my team. What do you think? Who would be your call? Be very curious. Large is very large. I was basing and seeing a regular cold cut sub made, but it's made a lot to take in. Oh wow, could have done a regular. Nice. All right, third period is coming up. Let's get set. See what's going to happen here in period number 3. If you're just coming in, welcome in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for us. Hit that subscribe as well or follow. We want you to sub along and be a part of our community as we go. And here we go. Third period. Let's play some hockey. They actually called it. That's funny, Dan. Third period underway. We are tied 1-1s. Where is this game going to be? Matthews down low, going for the stick lift. Bobby McMahon going to get this back over to Matthews. He swings it in front, tried to get it to Marner, couldn't do it. Back to Bobby McMahon, over to Matthews. That doesn't connect. This being played all the way down. Too many people on the ice. I don't know why they just don't call it too many ladies on the ice. Here's a quick shot by Holmberg. That one went way high. Catches a glass and coming around. It's going to come all the way down the ice. Wall has to come out. Going to play it around. Little pass up. Look out. Nylander has it taken away. Senator is going to flip this one back in. Puck is bouncing all over the place. Tanev back down low. Going to cycle it around. Ekman Larson going to play it over to Nylander. Nylander on the move. Willie. He's coming through. Nylander bringing this one across. Driving it in behind the net. Can't catch back up to it. Now does a little stick left, and he's going to gobble it up. Good play by Willie. McMahon in there as well. McMahon going to bring it around behind the net. He's getting grabbed and held onto. McMahon trying to play it back to the point. Comes to Benoit. It's kick free. Matthews can't catch up to it. This coming out. Here's Stützle. Rolls in on Wall, and he's going to hang on to it, and the ref's going to blow this one down. Vegas need a win on Sunday. Back to first place. Aaron, it's been a long journey for Vegas. They had a tough road there where they kind of dropped down, but Vegas back up there. They are working at it. Sens and Leafs are the first 2 teams ever to start. I did not. Sens and Leafs are the first 2 teams to ever start the shootouts rule. I did not know that. Man and ladies, I believe yesterday was a member skating the arena. It was very busy. Yes, Jonathan. I had the privilege of doing that last year. It was a lot of fun. It was great, but makes for a very, very busy day down there at the arena. Here it comes the Sens, bringing it back. Leafs lost. Thanks, Sasham. Down around, talking about Leafs losing. They're trying to pull out a win here as the Senators shut out the Leafs in the first matchup this season. Trying to turn this around, trying to make something else happen. This coming around down low. Senators up to Zub. Zub putting it back over to Sanderson. Here comes Ottawa. Kempf waiting at the blue line. Puck is going to be flipped past him. Back up and around. Myers going to rotate it around. This is going to be chipped out. David Kempf trying to push it ahead. He does. Spaceman, how's it going? Good to see you. In the corner, back around. Trying to pull this one through. Lorentz trying to dig it free as well. Lorentz kicking it back to the line. Toronto holds it in just barely. Benoit has to pinch up on the other side on Greg trying to play this one through. Goo Goo Gaga, what's going on? I'm honestly going to predict OT right now. It looks to be that way. Spaceman Ottawa is much better than they have been. They've been hot as of late. Behind the net, Toronto taking a look, trying to come out in front. Passes across back to Riley. Riley playing it down low. Here's a shot right on. Nice save by Forsberg. It's there. Side of the net, and it's going to get shoveled out. Toronto had a good chance, but Ottawa is going to clear. Riley, look out, being watched by Ridley Gregg. Both teams making changes. Sends it over to McCabe. He waits for a moment. Now he dumps this one down in the corner. Cycling around, this coming to the line, passing it across. Here comes Brady Tkachuk, bringing it in with a shot. Wall's going to make a stop, steer that one into the corner. Taking a look off the boards, this coming down and out. Ottawa back with it. They're going to turn, slide this one around. Toronto, Ekman Larson, cross ice past Tanev. Look out. Nylander ran into him. That's going to come off his stick. Here comes Ottawa. Little move. I'm going to pass this one up all the way down the ice. Wall moving it across. Long pass. Ekman Larson trying to feed it through. Taken around. This one is cleared back down. Here's Benoit. Benoit. He's going to curl. Simon Benoit carrying this one up. Has it knocked away, knocked down. Ottawa bringing it right back in. That's offside, ref, and they blow it. Thank you. Came out, just squirted out, and it's going to have to get called down. They're going to have to figure it back out. The Leafs, a little slow jump here in the third period. They've had a couple chances, but really Ottawa driving the pace of play. You got to pick up the pace. You got to get that back up and going. Both teams with 2 shots on net in this period. It was 12-5 in the last. The first period, Ottawa had led the shots 12-6. Toronto 12-5. This period right now is 2-2. Back around to the point. Sens setting it up. Here's a shot. Wall off the blocker, directing it to the corner. Background, Sens still have it. Another shot. This one's going to go wide. Near side. Fraser Minton is going to shovel this one out down the ice. Ryan Reeves, he's going to get there, but it's being blown down as it was touched with a high stick. The Ben and Jerry's. Dallas, what flavor? What flavor of the Ben and Jerry's? Of course, Ben and Jerry making an appearance in the movie City Slickers. Was on TV the other day. City Slickers, such a classic. I lost my watch. Chocolate chip cookie dough, nice. Yeah, Goo Goo Gaga. We were talking about it at the first intermission. What do you think about it? David Kempf back to pick this one up. He's gonna look, bounce this one off the boards and around. Toronto through the neutral zone. Here comes Nicky Robertson. Robertson, a little drop pass. Walking in, here's a shot. That one's going to go wide. You can see Toronto really spreading their shots around. Sens bringing it right back in. This coming around. Joseph Wall chipping it over to Riley. Riley to Nylander. This going to come across. Robertson cutting through the middle. Flipping it, tried to get it over to Kemp. Can't do it. I think Carolina won the trade. Yeah, it's pretty close. See, I kind of thought the Avs maybe win because they get a little bit more long-term value. But definitely Carolina going all in this year. Here comes Matthews. What else do they have up their sleeve is what I want to know. Matthews putting in the corner. Marner going in with another little hit. Puck is there. Marner trying to catch up to it. Matthews there as well. Matthews been almost non-existent. We've been saying that all night long. This coming through. Toronto trying to hold this one in. Bobby McMahon trying to do a nice job at the Sens. Bring it right out. Here comes Ottawa back into the Leaf zone. Here's an off-balance shot. Gets knocked down, goes in the corner. Here comes Matthews. Matthews, little flip out to McMahon. Bobby Mack, the goal scorer, bringing it in, shoots, and that one goes just wide. Spaceman, we are hearing some Go Leaf Go chants at the rink. This being tipped down in the corner. Matthews playing this out. It's Matthews playing by Teams or Zoom. Maybe Google Meet. Here's a long pass into the high slot for Matthews with a shot right on, his first shot of the game. Welcome to the game, Austin Matthews. I wonder if Matthews will come out saying the lower bowl in Ottawa is too quiet. It was too hard for him to play. They're going to go to commercial break for Matthews. He either has a good game or a bad game. He doesn't have an egg. You know what, Guga Gaga, that's a great point. That's a great point. Joel coming in with the Go Leafs Go. You're right. Matthews is either solid or he's super cold. He doesn't have a mediocre game. And, you know, I would have expected as after the Leafs got beat bad by Columbus and after Matthews comes out and is critical about Leaf fans, I would have thought he would have come out and tried to have a monster game here tonight, right? Because Leaf fans getting a little upset with Matthews saying, hey, you know, we want to be loud, but if you're going to charge $500 a ticket, we can't afford that. And so if we can't afford to come, how can we be loud? You just want the corporate people in your seats. But then at the same time, even if I can scrounge up enough shekels to come out and afford tickets and be loud, you guys are just going to get beat and beat bad by a mediocre team. You know, if you're not going to perform, if you're going to be lazy, why should we shell out the hard-earned money that we really can't afford to do to come and cheer? You know, it's kind of a vicious circle. So I would have thought Matthews would have tried to come out and had a huge performance tonight. Are Leaf fans going to boycott us? No chance, Joel. No chance. And that's the funny thing, right? Is because there are so many Leaf fans in every city. And, you know, especially in Toronto, you know, Leaf fans always say, well, the answer is if they won't make the seats more affordable, let's just not go. Well, if Leaf fans were not to go, we said, oh, we won't go. You would find Leaf fans that say, you mean there are tickets available? I want to go. So it definitely would end up, we would still end up going.
In this building, he played his
What's cheer for they don't exactly. And again, that's my point. How is there any crush between Leaf fans and his childhood?
Yeah, I was here doing
Sam really don't care when any player starts to chirp out the fans. That's interesting, Len. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I kind of personally, I don't care either, but a lot of people do. Yeah, Joel, I mean, Buffalo prices are cheap, and there are a lot of Toronto fans do go to Buffalo. A lot go to Buffalo, and you hear Buffalo, when the Leafs play in Buffalo, that building is rocking. I've seen some Leaf fans at Cats games even when we don't play them. Always. Spaceman, part of that is because there's such a huge Canadian community, especially Toronto community down there. Bobby Mack bringing this one back in. It's not just the cost of tickets. That's right. A lot of long drive times. You pay your tickets, and you're gonna, you know, if you drive down, you know, the $20 or $30 for parking, then food. It's crazy. Come on, Leafs, let's go. McCabe with it. And Spaceman, we might be coming to, we might be making our way to another game. This coming around, Marner putting it across. We'll have to wait and see, though. Right. McMahon playing this one off the boards, back to Riley. Riley to Marner. He's going to fire this one. It's blocked in front. 11:40 to go here in period number 3. Toronto trying to get something going. Caught up in the corner, trying to bring this one free. Matthews cycling around. Matthews to Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson, he's going to carry it around the other way. Eck still with it. Ekman Larson to Matthews. Matthews. Got to put it towards the net. Back to the point. Nobody was there. Tanev was just able to corral it in. His pass gets knocked down. Ekman Larson. He finally turns and throws it towards the net. It goes high. Who would you add to Toronto Maple Leafs team from any player presently playing? Ooh, that's a tough question. If I could pick any player, who would I add? I got to think about that. This being dumped in the corner. Robertson going in here after it. He gets a hand up high in the face of Sanderson. Here's Robertson. He takes a shot. Yeah, that's a good call. You know, Gugu Gaga, I was thinking more from a physical player standpoint. But you're right, Connor McDavid, absolutely, he'd be the no-brainer. And Mad Jack, that's where I was going. I was trying to decide which Tkachuk would be the better Tkachuk. You know, Connor McDavid would be on that list. Both Tkachuks would be on that list. I think I would probably go Matthew over Brady. But yeah, I think, I mean, that would be phenomenal. John, you're very welcome. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. Happy to have you along for the ride. 10:46 to go.
That's another thing that you grow with too. Are you always deferring?
10:46 to go. 1-1. Shots 23-20. Favor of the Maple Leafs. Slight advantage there. Welcome in, everybody. If you're just coming in, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for us. This coming around. Holmberg has it behind the net, bringing this one around. The pull for the winner of the Four Nations Cup. That's going to be an interesting one. I haven't had a chance to really think about Four Nations Cup yet. This coming around, Robertson kind of pulled off his feet. Holmberg in there. Ben's coming away, trying to get this one out. Holmberg still in there digging. Domi in there. Puck is going to come free to the line. It's held in. Back in the corner it goes. Holmberg still digging. Holmberg battling with Batherson. Comes over to Domi. Domi being pinched by Clavin. Comes around far side. Riley keeps this one in. Down to Holmberg. Go Leafs, go chance. Really echoing now. Last time me and a buddy went to the game was over $1,000 with an overnight stay. Wow. See, that's why that's like a once in a blue moon scenario. I mean, you can't do that all the time. There's some rule changes and tweaks for the Cup. I'll keep 6. I'll have to go and read. I haven't read too much about it. Marner shot. That one gets blocked. Benoit keeping this one in. Down around behind the net. Sens going to steal. They're going to clear this one up. Sens bringing this one right in. Trying to set it up. Cycling it down. Here's Ottawa. Side of the net. Shoveling in front. Wall is there. Side of the net. And it drops and goes in. Disaster for the Maple Leafs. Oh my goodness, Wall almost stopped it and it falls and crosses the line. Oh no. Cheering from Alberta. Officials are having conversation. John, hopefully you guys aren't getting too much snow out there. So this goes up, it deflects, high stick. So hang on, is this going to be a high stick? It's deflected up. Marner, he goes off the shaft, up in the air. High stick, off the knee, kicking motion. This should be no goal, kicking motion. Now remember, when Toronto scored a goal, and I forget, I forget who it was. I think it was Lawrence who lifted his leg and it went off his shin and in. They called it off, no goal. In this case, Shane Pinto lifts his leg, kicking his foot forward, and it hits off his shin, goes in. Here's the call. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Oh, hang on. Sorry. That wasn't the review. That was the call on the ice. So the call on the ice is a goal. Now it's going to go to the situation room. So this is a leg kick. So remember, and it's Pinto that it went off of. So remember, it was Lawrence that did the same thing, lifted his leg up, and it went off his shin, and they called it no goal. So let's wait for the delay. Yeah, Tyler, I totally did. I totally did.
On his backhand there.
So, no.
Easier if he was a lefty to just curl and get a piece.
We got a broken stick, so there's no challenge, no review. It's just a good goal. Why are we not challenging this? Why is there no review here? So they're not challenging it. Unbelievable. Tyler, now I should lose it. This should have been called a no goal. I guess Toronto doesn't want a chance taking a penalty for delay a game. Unbelievable. So Shane Pinto is going to get credit for the goal when if this would have went to review, it should have been called back. Leafs haven't scored yet. They're going to commercial break. It is 2-1 Ottawa. All right, let's add this to the goal list. I'm surprised. I mean, I guess, listen, it's strategy. Berube says the Sens power play is too good. We don't want to take the chance of giving up another goal because then it would make things really difficult to come back from. So Highmore and Shabbat picking up the assists on that one. It's going to make it 2-1 Ottawa. I mean, that's just a weird play. I usually the video review guys are pretty darn good. Usually, they spot these things and they call them pretty quick. I mean, this is definitely here. Let's take a look at this real quick. If Sammy can move fast enough. Sammy can't move fast enough. Here we go. So here's the play. You'll see it gets deflected right here up in the air. And there's the kick right there. Right there. You see the little kick? Right in here. You see this kicking motion. There's definitely a kick. You see there's the kick right there. So it kicked up and over and the puck dropped in on the far side of the ice. So that should have been no goal. It went up and it was definitely off the knee, kicking motion, and Toronto had a goal called back that way. Very interesting. You amused me the moment you said, remember when it happened with the Leafs? I knew that was the end. Oh, it's so true. It's so true. Just tuning back in with 9 Books. What's going on? We don't want to get beat up by Sens fans. We leave the rink. Oh, goodness. All right, let's go. Toronto, let's bring this one back. Let's turn it back. We got to get this one back. Right on. Wall going to knock it down. Comes free. Over to Kempf. Kempf going to carry this one up. Toronto's got to get things going. Cross ice. Here's a shot by Nicky Robertson right on. And a nice save. Forsberg holding that. I don't know if they're actually allowed. Yeah, and I mean, I only say because there's definitely a kicking motion, right? You see he kicked his leg. But Lawrence against Toronto, he did the same thing. The puck came up, and he lifted his leg, so it banked off his shin and went in. Actually, it looks like it bounced off his knee. Yeah, oh, Dan, it definitely, yes, it did go off his knee. It didn't go off his foot. But the kicking motion is still there. So when it happened to Steven Lawrence, when Lawrence did the same thing, lifted his leg to redirect it in off his shin, it was called no goal because of a kicking motion. Pinto had more of a kicking motion there than Lawrence did on that play. So Toronto probably doesn't challenge it because they didn't want to take the penalty and potentially go down 2. I think it would have been worth the gamble, but with the inconsistency of officiating, who knows? That's why I believe the NHL is against Toronto, because I think Berube knows even if he challenges it. You're probably not wrong there, Brendan. Conference would go against the Leafs. Right, Richard? Richard, any big soccer matches this weekend that you're going to be watching? This coming around down on the far side, Ottawa, tying it up. Ottawa wants to play the clock game there. They want to run this clock. 8 minutes left to go. This coming around, Sens. McMahon going to play this one back. Leafs going to set it up. Here's Riley. Riley up to Domi. We need somebody to stand up. Bobby McMahon has been having a nice game. Nobody else. Well, Nylander's had some opportunities, but we need everybody to step up. Here's Holmberg. Shoots it way wide. This being put in the corner. Never in the corner. This fishing it around. Where's our troll? We haven't had a comment from our troll in like 10 minutes. I feel so upset. This around. Holmberg. He's going to try to reverse this to Lorentz. Lorentz comes up with it. Lorentz. He's going to cycle it back to the point. Ekman Larson winds up. Little slap pass through the slot. That is missed. Domi going to cycle this down. Back to Lorentz. Kind of ran into his own player there. This coming over to Holmberg. Holmberg on the side. XO, what's going on? Let's go Sens. Sens are bringing it right now. Here's Ekman Larson. Here's a shot. Deflected high. Stays in play. Puck comes out of the zone all the way down the ice. Wall is going to set it up here, leaving it for Tanev, and he says, let's slow it down a bit. Let's go. Joseph Wall trying to calm everybody down. Hope we win. Well, you got 6.5 minutes to hang on to this lead, XO. Just coming around down in the corner. Ottawa going to feed it out through everybody. Toronto back to get it up. They're going to dump it in. Leafs tag up. Down in the corner. Sens flipping it around behind the net. David Kempf in there. He cuts it off. David Kempf tangled up behind the net. Ottawa going to pick it up, and here comes Stützle. He's going to bring this one up. He's going to pass it ahead. Stützle driving to the net. A shot deflected. That goes just wide. Trying to play this one through. Liverpool won 4-1. So 6 points. Clear in first with a game in hand. There you go, Richard. Those game in hands can be super important as well. Here's a pass in front. Pinto with a shot, and Joseph Wall made the save. Nobody knows where the puck is. Everybody's looking around. So the puck disappeared, but Joseph Wall with a big stop. Holy moly, coming in again. Shane Pinto all alone in the slot. The shot goes up off the stick and is going to go at a play. Wow. Ooh, Leafs, they got to tone this one in. They got to tone this one in. They got to bring it in. Leaf fans, we got to get that mojo going. If you're a Leaf fan, let's call it. Let's see it. I want to see the Go Leafs go. If you're a Sens fan, let's see it as well. Teresa, how's it going? That's what we needed. We needed Leafs. The Leafs needed you, Teresa. They needed you here to help get their mojo going. I believe. I believe. Let's go. There it is. The Go Leafs go coming in. Nah, XO says, nope. Go Sens, go. Hopefully it'll get them going. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get the flag. Let's go. Let's go. Get that mojo going. Get that mojo going. Come on, Leafs. If we're too loud in the building, or we're too loud. We're too quiet in the building. Let's get loud now. Don't you have a special lucky hat for this kind of situation? I thought I was wearing it. Let's flip through the hats. It's a good call, Teresa. I didn't even think of doing a hat change. All right, let's go. We're going to do a little, you're just trying to get my hat off. That's what it is. She's got an alternate motive. There we go. Do a little hat change. Switch it around. Come on, Leafs. That's right. We got to get it going. Got to get this one going. Goal Sens goal. Head shaking. Leafs are mojo-less. They got to find it. They got to find it. Let's get her going. They're grip it and rip it. It's time to dance. We got about under 6 minutes left. I believe it's 5:50. Did they put it up? Yep, 5:45. Hey, come on. This hair is doing its job. I feel like a troll. But a hair troll. Not a I'm living in my mother's basement troll.
Tuesdays on CBC Gym.
Well, it's no stranger to
Let's
the Canadian
go.
teams when the Leafs come into town. You know, even back in Edmonton and
We got this. Thank you, Ulysses. This coming around. Here's Toronto up over the line. Riley going to scoop that one in. That's not going to help anybody. This coming back through. Ottawa. Nice hit by Myers right at the Leaf bench. Ridley Gregg with the empty netter. Oh my God, RK, can you imagine? Could you imagine? Teresa. Interfering with the ice cream. Can't interfere with the ice cream. That's just not right. That's just not right. Leave the ice cream alone. Although now I want ice cream. If I remember correctly, we used to call those wishing trolls. Yes. Remember when you used to get them and you'd put them on the end of your pencil at school? And you'd write and you'd have the little hair, the troll with the hair flipping around on the end of your pencil or pen? I say go Leafs since I have no money on them winning. Theo, you and me both. Sammy learned a long time ago. Just dump down. Wall going to play this around. It's a big tub, Len. Watching the Leaf games, you need the big tubs. Just being cycled in. Positivity to the key. There it comes. Here's McCabe. Caber. Cross ice pass. Quick shot. Nice save. Rebound. Another shot. It's there in front. Holmberg. One whack. Two whacks. He misses it. Homie Holmberg with a glorious chance, and he just can't do it. Back to the line. McCabe putting this across. Toronto working the puck down low. Here's a little wraparound. Lorentz trying to feed it in. And he can't. This is going to come to the line. It squeaks out. 4.5 minutes to go. Toronto back with it. Come on, Toronto. Holmberg must have a hole on his stick. This coming around, down through, trying to play this across. Nylander can't keep it in. They're going to bring it out. Here it comes to Brady Tkachuk. Brady coming in. He's going to take a bump and flip this one down in the corner. This coming back, running through. Tanev with 4 minutes to go now. Tanev bringing it up. He's going to get hit, but he throws it in the corner. David Kempf, he wins the race. Trying to throw this back over to Nylander. Can't get it. David Kempf in there, trying to dig for it. Finally, Kempf again. He's going to take a bump. Loses that puck. Robertson can't get it. And again, the Senators get this one out. Here they come right back in. Standing in the corner. David Kempf going in. 3.5 minutes to go. This coming out. Riley going to put this one around. Let's go, Leafs. Toronto going to turn it over. Bad pass. Here comes the Senators. Right into the Leaf zone. Turning the corner. Shot. Wall makes the save, and he has it dug out. Ottawa doing a nice job. Real aggressive play here by the Senators. Riley going to play it over to McMahon. McMahon going to slow it down. Comes over to McCabe. McCabe has a few minutes to wait. 3 minutes. 3 minutes to go. Riley, long pass up. Toronto cutting in. Marner has it in his skates. Marner has it knocked away. Ottawa's going to steal. Nobody there at the blue line, and this is going to come out. Oh, my goodness. 2:45 to go. Toronto dumping this one in. Nobody there. Sens going to pick it up. Here comes the forecheck now. Sent up to the line. Toronto's going to knock it down. Ottawa clears. Marner steals. Marner backtracking all the way to his own zone. 2.5 to go now. Ekman Larson with the puck. 2.5 minutes. This is going to come across ice pass. Down over the line. Here comes Lorentz. Lorentz bringing this one in. He's going to drive. That's right. Don't pull the goalie too early, but with 2:20 to go, now's the time. If we get puck possession, we got to do it. This is out. It's coming all the way down the ice. Here's Riley. Riley going to carry this one up. Passing it over. Holmberg going between the legs, bringing it in. Pushing it off for Lorentz. Lorentz back to Holmberg. Sending it around. Toronto has possession. Back to Riley at the point. Riley to McCabe. Here's a shot. Holmberg's side of the net. Can't get it. Pinto is there. Lorentz stepping up on it. 2 minutes to go. Ottawa with possession, putting it around Riley. Riley chasing back. He's going to intercept and give it to Domi. Domi, he's got to turn. 140. You got to get Wall out of the net. You got to go. McCabe, go. You got Wall. You got to go. You got to go. 130. And Toronto's going to turn it over. Here comes Nylander turning. He's going to put this over to Ekman Larson. Ekman Larson comes back over to Nylander. Nylander bringing this in. Let's go. Get your top line guys on. Pull the goalie. Goalie is pulled. 6-on-5. Marner with a terrible pass for Matthews. Sanderson going to wrap it around the boards. Toronto has it. Marner backing up. Going to pass it over to Ekman-Larsson. Back to Marner. 1 minute to go, and they're going backwards. Here's Matthews. Holy cow, guys. This is dreadful. Marner going to bring this up to the line. Leaves it for Matthews. Matthews has it taken away. Sens going to flip this one up. It's brought down at the Leafs blue line. Long pass. Going to hit the back of Bobby McMahon and go out of play. What the heck are these guys doing? This has been the worst last 3 minutes of a hockey game when you're losing that I've seen. Absolutely the worst. Toronto had a couple chances earlier on that they couldn't capitalize on. Now they can't even get into the Ottawa zone. Unbelievable. Yeah, David Boy, they really have. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a timeout called by Toronto. I do want to take a moment to say thank you to our moderators. Mods doing a good job as always. Thank you to our gifters, B-Man, I Can Prep. Appreciate you both so very, very much. Thank you to everybody who's hit those likes tonight. If you haven't hit that like, hit that like. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe. We appreciate it. We want you to hang out with us all season long. You know we'll be here. So hit that subscribe. Help us out. Help us continue to grow. We will be here tomorrow night for the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs and a little watch-along game call. So hopefully you'll be able to join us tomorrow evening. Even if you're watching on TV, come stop in and chat some football with us. I wish Guy Boucher was still in there. Travis Green hockey. Travis Green, he's got it going on. Good night, Morgan. Take care. 46 seconds to go. Toronto face off at their own blue line. They're going to flip this in. Comes to the goaltender. Going to play this one ahead. Toronto steals. They have possession. Look out. Bobby McMahon overskates it. It's going to come free. And the Senators clear it all the way down. Empty net. 30 seconds to go. Skates! There's 30 seconds to Domi falls. He loses a skate blade. Domi has to go to the bench. He lost a blade. The Leafs lose the puck. 20 seconds to go. Will you move your butts? Let's go. Nobody is skating, and Morgan Riley hands it to the Senators. Stolen back by Nylander. 10 seconds to go. Nylander back to the line. We're not even going to get a shot on net. 5 seconds to go. Here's a shot. Down in front. It's grabbed and held onto with 2.4 seconds to go. Freaking kidding me. A terrible play. Swedish Rob, what's going on? Vikings out some all for the Bills. Awesome, Swedish Rob. Well, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. And hopefully whatever happens in that football game, the last 3 minutes will be better than this. This has been absolutely atrocious. We need 3 more likes. 3 more likes. If you haven't hit that like button, give it a click. George, what's going on? 2.4 seconds to go. 2 more likes to go. Thanks, RK. Always fun with you guys and gals. Always have a good time. Off the draw. That's going to do it. Leafs lose the draw. Leafs lose the game. The Senators take game 1 against the Leafs. Senators take game 2 against the Leafs. 2-1 is the score. Unbelievable. The Leafs were atrocious here tonight. Your goal scorers, let's run down them real quickly. Bobby McMahon, his 14th from Marner and Ekman-Larsson. Stützle, his 16th on the power play from Sanderson and Giroux. Pinto, the game-winning kicked-in goal, his 9th of the year from Highmore. And Shabbat. Overall, total shots, 28 for the Leafs, 24 for the Senators. Leafs win the face-off circle, 52%. We got Montreal and New Jersey. They're tied at 3s right now. Montreal and New Jersey tied at 3. Maybe we'll stick with this one and see how it's going to play out. As this one is flipped out, we'll see. Can Montreal, this is a big one because with Ottawa winning, Montreal needs to pick up some points as well because Montreal and Ottawa battling for that wild card spot. So we get a little bonus coverage here of Montreal and Ottawa. So let's bonus coverage. Devils versus Habs. So there we go. We'll just dump this up here right now. Whoops, not over me. So we're going to stick with this one. Some bonus game coverage. Off the draw. Montreal has this one. Habs going to flip this one down. Very important game with Ottawa winning. Montreal trying to stay in check with them. This being dumped in, 4.5 to go. James, what's going on? Welcome in. Good to see you. Ottawa and Montreal fighting for those wild card spots. That's right. Blue Jackets beat the Kings. What? Columbus Blue Jackets 3, Kings 2. Can't believe you took my Blue Jackets. James, we changed the icons game by game. But we're gonna see what Montreal can do right now. Montreal needs this win. 4:44 to go. Sheldon Keefe, New Jersey Devils. Big game for them, as well as they want to kind of keep an eye on Carolina. Off the draw. This being pulled out, back to the line. Montreal holding it in. Habs circling, Habs looking, shooting, side of the net. Nice stop. And this is cleared and all the way down the ice. Going to be an icing call. Holy.
Well, nice rotation off the boards.
Yikes. I mean, close play by the Habs. Calgary leading over the wall. That game has been vicious. It has been a very, very brutal game. Your goal scorers in this game so far: Heeshire, Jesper Bratt, Nick Suzuki, Thomas Tatar, Cole Caulfield, and Alexander Carrier. All right, Beverly, thank you so much for everything. Thank you, XO, for subscribing earlier. We appreciate it. Off the draw. Good night, Dan. Montreal taking a shot, and that's going to go up and over. 4:23 left to go in this game. And this is a doozy. This is an important one. Let's see if we can flip a couple of these things around here.
And they have blown a couple of leads in this one, and the Montreal Canadiens
can't believe Toronto
just didn't
lost.
let it go. And a big part of that is the play of their goaltender. I mean, how nice is it if you're Marty St. Louis that wherever you throw in that net right now, you know you have a chance to get the best goaltending and a chance to win every single game you're in.
Dowling toss from the draw. Nason in to take it. This is the 69th face-off of the game tonight, the most this season for the Canadiens in a game. We've had a number of icings as well.
Off the draw. Devils coming around. JDA, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. 20 more goals for Ovi. Oh boy. Caps versus Canucks coming up. That's going to be a big one. Keep 6. That is going to be a big one. This game has been working it. Been a busy one. Let's see where are we at with the stats here. 40 shots for the Devils so far. 40 shots for the Devils. That is wild. Absolutely wild. Montreal setting it up. Face off in the New Jersey zone.
Now Dvorak will come into
Mercer here to take the draw. Dvorak gets waved out. Here comes Doc. Doc coming in. All right, Joel, take care. We'll see you later. Off the draw, back to the point. Here's a shot. Matheson at 92 miles an hour. 4 minutes left to go. Devils going to bring this one up. Mark, what's going on? Leafs look pathetic. Luke Cole wins the game. I know, Mark. It is so frustrating. So frustrating. Here comes Montreal back in. Devils going to force them away. 3:50 to go. Good night, Charlie. David Boy, we got the score wrong. We thought it would be 3-2, not 2-1. But that was pretty close. Pretty close. Montreal taking a look. Here come the Habs. Going to pass this across. Look out. Forgot the puck. Got to turn around. Back and get that one. Dumping this in. Chase is on. Got to go all the way back and pick this one up. Cooley, he's going to send it around. Carrier missed it. Now long pass, and that's going to be deflected. Montreal going to go change up. Going to put it off the boards. Devils with 3 minutes to go. Devils going around. All right, brother. I'm thinking about you, my friend. Thinking about you for tomorrow. The red light play. There you go, Ben. That's right. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Here comes New Jersey. The boos coming out as the Devils bringing this one. Going to flip it down in the corner. Montreal going in to wrap this one around. Hamilton has a skate issue. He had to go to the bench. Devils not getting an opportunity. Montreal had the best couple chances we saw, but 41 shots on net for the Devils. That's crazy. 29 for Montreal. And here comes Montreal again. Has it taken away. Devils fighting to get back in. Aaron, that's one I can agree with you on. That's one I can agree with you with. Down in the corner, Montreal sending this around. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go in the third period. Bonus coverage here of Montreal and the New Jersey Devils. This moving around, coming in. Here's a long shot off the stick. And that one's going to go up and out of play. 1:50 to go. Calgary held on in one night. Calgary turning it around. Calgary putting those Jets on. Allen, for the few minutes we've put it on here, Allen looks good in net. And of course, it's Dobish in goal for Montreal. I mean, Dobish, he's so good. Dobish, 41 shots, 38 saves. Amazing. We give up 3 goals and still have a .927 save percentage is wild. This shot gets knocked down, coming around. Oh, Charlie, that's okay. Gonna chip this one in. Offside. Oh, hand pass. Gallagher getting in there, the hand pass. 1:39 to go. Very important game here for Montreal. Montreal trying to get in, trying to get this one going.
Don't be shooting through people. Make sure you got your third guy high.
No pressure, no pressure.
Guarantee the point here.
Upvote, upvote, upvote. There you go, James. I appreciate you, buddy. I say appreciate way too much. This turnaround being fired right back down. Devils going in after it. Siegenthaler, he's going to play it ahead. Long outlet pass. New Jersey just chipping this in. They're going to come in here after it. Vegas is going to be making some moves for sure. This is going to come out. Devils going D to D. They're going to bring it right back in. Always Hayden. Always seems to be the way. Down in the corner. Gallagher going to pick this one up. He's going to feed this one over, and Montreal just going to flip this one up and down the ice. Less than a minute to go. This game could be headed to overtime. Randy, what's up? Welcome in. Got some bonus coverage going on. Montreal and New Jersey Devils. This being flipped in. Devils going back to pick it up. Hughes with it. It's curling behind the net. Long pass up. Devils going to hold. It's like the Devils are just playing for OT right now. They're going to dump this one in. Montreal back to get it. 28 seconds to go. Down around. Can't Toronto score. Matthews the under Marner. Yeah, Randy, it was brutal. It was hard to watch. Matthews and Marner, just nothing cooking. This coming around. 10 seconds to go. Less than that. 5 seconds to go. Jersey just going to hang on to it. They're going to kill this one off. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going overtime. There you go. We get our OT game on a Saturday night.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
It was quick break.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Here we go. Habs, Devils going to overtime. Each team getting a point, but Montreal trying to chase down and surpass the Ottawa Senators. This is exactly what Montreal needs. They need to take this one to overtime. They need to find a way to win. Ottawa now up to 54 points. With 1 point coming up, that means Montreal has 53 points. If they can pull off the win, they will remain tied with the Senators. The Senators 1 point behind Columbus and Tampa Bay. Columbus and Tampa Bay now with 55 points apiece. The Rangers at 52. So with a win here, Montreal will leapfrog over the Rangers. And again, they'll be sitting just outside. Now, Columbus has 50 games played. Tampa Bay, 48 games played. Ottawa has 49, and Montreal currently at 48. So it's going to be very interesting. Oh, Randy, my pleasure. The end of the game, it's all tied up. We had to do it. Justin, what's going on? Go Canadians. So the Habs team has definitely been picking things up. I was at a fight tonight and a college hockey game broke out. James, which game did you go to? No, Aaron, he didn't get traded to Vegas. So we're getting set for some 3-on-3 OT. Dobish looking unbelievable again. This guy, oh my goodness. I mean, he is very quickly becoming a rock star. 5 games, 5 wins. He got a shutout. And of course, that shutout was over my Florida Panthers. So he has been awesome. Here we go. Overtime. Dvorak, Evans, Matheson, your 3 for Montreal. Keep 6 is calling the Devils to get the winner. First puck is going to go to Montreal. Matheson. He's going to drop this one back up to Evans. Evans, he's got to circle around being watched by Jack Hughes. Hughes going up on him. Evans has to curl. Evans turning on the afterburners. He's going to carry it all the way down. He's got Line. Evans taking it all the way. And this is going to be cleared aside, but it comes right back to Evans. Notre Dame versus Linwood. Oh, nice. Here comes Line. He's going to bring this one and stops. Feeds us across. Devil's going to intercept. Here comes Jersey. 2-on-1. Jersey coming in, looking for the pass, but a great defensive play by Montreal. Holy moly. And the Habs bringing it down. Matheson leading the way. He's going to bring this down in the corner. He's being watched by Hughes in the corner. This coming around. Devil's going to take it away. Holy moly. Jack Hughes. He's going to start to be on the move. A little flip-up play. Bratt. Hamilton. He's going to come. Dishes it down. Another pass, but a bad pass. They're going to back it out of the zone. 3:44 to go in overtime. Here comes New Jersey stepping in. Here's a quick shot. That one's blocked. And it's going to go up and at a play as Dougie Hamilton just trying to get something going right now. So far, Evans had the best rush of the whole time. And I thought he was going to dish it back, but he didn't. He kept it. Suzuki caught having to play defenses. Hughes coming in, and Suzuki went down, but he didn't go down flat on his stomach. He went on all fours and put his stick along the ice, which blocked the pass coming across. So nice defensive play there by Suzuki on the Devils 2-on-1. So New Jersey going to get waved out of the face-off circle. Here's the draw. Montreal going to win this. They're going to hit the puck back. Setting it up behind their own net. Dobish trying to create a screen. Here comes Montreal up over the line into the Devil's zone. Going to dish this across. Gooley. Little head move there by Newhook. Feeding it back to Kirby Dach, but that one is knocked away. Dach going to back it up. Gooley going to curve by him. Here's a long pass. Breaking free. Montreal coming in. Little play. The goaltender is down. And crashing into the net is Alex Newhook as he drives towards the net. Allen is down, and the net gets knocked over backwards as Alex Newhook just coming in. Is it Wednesday or Thursday? I know they do have quite a big break till the next game. It's going to be on Wednesday. So Toronto and the Wild on Wednesday. And then next Saturday night, 1 week from tonight, it's Royal Rumble night, but it's also Toronto versus the Edmonton Oilers. So that's going to be a big one. Allen has to go off and get a little repair here. So yeah, Leafs and Wild on Wednesday and then Saturday. So they got a couple of days here to figure out what's going on, and for Austin Matthews to figure out what else to complain about. So Allen back in his net here. 3:09 to go in overtime. 41-31 the shots now. Faceoffs 40-35 in favor of the New Jersey Devils. And this one, Montreal is going to win. They got to race back. 92 shot attempts for the Devils. That is crazy. Time to get healthy. Absolutely, Hayden. That is what's important. With this big break, and then, of course, with the First Nations Cup tournament starting soon, they're going to have lots of time to rest up. Bad pass here. Montreal has to regroup, and they do. They're going to carry this one into the Devils zone. Devils kind of spread, watching. Cross-ice pass. Little move here by Caulfield. Nowhere to go. Feeding it back to Suzuki. And this going to come across. Here's Suzuki. Nice little pass. He's going to come in. Got Caulfield. Passes over to him. He's going to cycle around. Caulfield changing places, dishing it off to Suzuki. Here's a shot. That one is stopped and goes to the corner. Hudson can't catch up to it, and he gets taken down hard to the ice. And here's a pass. Hudson breaking in. Crowd wanted a penalty. Hudson passes it across. Backing up. Yeah, Connor Dewar and Matty Nyes, Justin, both went on the injured reserve list. Here's a shot right on. That's blocked. Devils now have the puck. 1:50 to go here in overtime. Overtime hasn't been overly exciting, but New Jersey gives it away. Montreal bringing this one in. Coming through. You know who I have not seen on the ice here in overtime is Slafkovsky. I have not seen Slafkovsky yet here in overtime. Hughes going to bring this one up, slowly bringing this one in. Waiting, circling back around. Now there's the other player. Still coming in. Hughes with space. Shot, rebound. Oh, and they put it just wide. 1:15 to go. New Jersey still with it. Back to the point. Little head fake. Here come the Devils. Driving in. A shot. And to go down. Two Devils are down. Evans has the puck. Going to play this one across. Line coming in. Stops. Pops. Evans racing to the net. Pass to Matheson, and he misses it. And it's stolen by the Devils. The Devils with a 2-on-0 breakaway. Hughes coming in, scores! The New Jersey Devils. Jack Hughes wins it in overtime. A huge loss for the Montreal Canadiens. So that means the Ottawa Senators will remain a couple of points ahead of the Montreal Canadiens. Wow. That was crazy. It ends up being a 2-on-0, and the Devils capitalize. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you finish Saturday night worth of hockey. Thanks for sticking around for bonus coverage. Have a wonderful night. Thank you all so much. TikTok, thank you. Sorry I ignored you a little bit. We'll see you all real soon. We'll say goodnight, TikTok. Bye-bye. We'll shut that down. And for all of you, we got a rose coming in. Thank you so much for the rose. Appreciate that. All right, there we go. Let's good night, TikTok. I can't turn it off. I can't hit the button. There we go. All right. And for everybody over on YouTube, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow night for the football game. Come hang out. Even if you don't stay the whole night, come drop a like. Come hang out. I'm actually going to make that stream public tomorrow morning, so you'll see it then. From all of us here at the Experience at Hockey HQ, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for having a good time with us, and we'll see you real soon. Good night, everybody, and take care.